Trip Morning Show, Monday, Feb 23. My name is Corey Cove. That's Chris Hockey. That's Meat Sauce. There's Zachary Halverson. We have everything. Canada has nothing. I mean, they have stuffed animals.
Tim Hortons.
Yeah. What time is it? Is it 5:32?
It is.
Yes, sir.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Good morning.
Let's go. All right.
Zach, did you watch that game?
Good question,
Yeah,
Zach.
I caught it.
The men's U.S. hockey game is what I'm talking about. Did you watch that?
I was going through channels, and I was like, oh, man, this seems like an interesting thing to watch. And yeah, I watched the game. Good.
You liked it?
Yeah, great contest. No, that was awesome.
That was epic.
So oh, my gosh. It's weird, too, like, so I'm so used to, like, the Wild or the Wolves, like, winning a playoff series, and then it's like, okay, when's the next, what's the next thing now? Like, you can celebrate, obviously, for a day, but you wake up the next day, and it's like, all right, now what do we got to worry about her? White Bear winning a section final. Now we got the state tournament. It's weird to, like,
over.
Actually have something that's we won, and then now it's done. Like, I woke up this morning with, like, anxiety. I'm like, I have to calm down.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. For somebody like you, you got to be ready for the next thing. You can't rest on your laurels, Zach.
No.
You got to move on to your next thing.
And there's no
be
next
ready.
thing. I'm happy. It's great. This is great.
No more anxiety.
Stop resting on laurels.
Yeah, we're the champs.
Laurel is nice to rest on. You should beat her.
And Hardy?
No,
Hardy's not in the picture now.
Hardy's would be great.
He's with Carl.
Oh.
Well, the son of Carl.
Son of Carl.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Hey, we won.
Stephen Wilson Jr.
Hardy Carl Jr.
Oh, yeah. It was sweet.
That's pretty cool.
That's the most fun I've had watching a sporting event in a long, long time.
Yeah.
Long time.
What were you doing?
I was watching at my house, having coffee. It was sweet. It was intense. It was fun. It was awesome.
It was fun.
Meant a lot. It was cool.
Everybody in the airport in Pittsburgh went nuts. I mean, you could hear it like different bars down the hallways, just people screaming. It was pretty cool. It's pretty neat. It was to be everybody was a community in the beautiful little airport of Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful little airport.
Yeah, just renovated like last year.
Yeah, not very big. It's like you wouldn't expect it to be. I don't know how big a city. I was thinking about. I don't know how big a city Pittsburgh is, like as far as top whatever markets, but it's not a very big airport. I would encourage you, if you have to fly in and out of the East Coast, do Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. It's easy to get in and out of, and it's like 2 hours from everywhere. It's a damn geographical oddity.
And it's a great hockey town.
There's that.
There is that.
The home of Sidney Crosby, a player that did not perform for Canada in the final because he was injured. Mm-hmm. Probably a critical injury, but hey, that's part of the game.
Yep.
The other thing we learned
part of the plan.
is that now, sure, we have some Olympic heroes. Super cool to see some Minnesota Wild players be gold medalists. We also learned that now the USA hockey world hates Nathan McKinnon.
Yep.
Right? Like, he hasn't done any favors for himself in the last 24 hours, dropping the whole, the better team didn't win. Whoopsies.
Yep.
And the look on some of the Canadians' faces, but specifically him when he's handed that stuffed animal, it's just priceless.
Yeah.
That is just, what are we doing? Giving him stuffed animals on the ice.
Yeah, just wait.
It's
Have them in the locker room,
ridiculous.
and if they want to take them, they can take them.
Or they'll Zimmer them.
Yeah.
The eye roll, though, is just classic.
Yeah, classic.
People have zoomed in and slowed it down and added, like, Titanic music and stuff to it. It's just the best. He looks so bitter.
What was the girl's name? Michaela that rolled her eyes or had resting bee face or whatever?
Oh, Michaela Maroney.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
The
Same
gymnastics.
thing, right? Yeah. Right. Like, oh, good.
Oh, man.
I think what he said is, if we played him 10 times, we might win 9. I think is what he said.
But not tonight.
But not tonight.
There's no doubt they outplayed him for most of the game, but who cares? The final score in hockey is all that matters.
Yeah, no.
That's right.
And the U.S. dodged a lot of bullets, right?
Ton.
We had a couple of open nets that the Canadians missed. The awesome yet
Including
unbelievably lucky save by Hellebuck when was it
Not
Taves?
lucky.
It's both.
100% not luck. In fact, that's why
Of course it is. It's both.
No, because he was. You're talking about the paddle one?
Yeah.
No, he was tracking that puck the whole time. Actually, one of the
You
reasons.
don't think there's any luck involved in a guy
not
that's
like that.
point
There's
blank?
plenty of saves that are like that you on SportsCenter that are number one. That is a goaltender that's just like flopping around and hoping it hits him.
Damn it,
that
Corey.
one, he was tracking with his eyes the entire time. That was an intentional play. That one of the reasons why it might be. I think it's the best save potentially in the history of the Olympics. And one of the best saves, if not the best save in the history of hockey.
What do you say now, Corey?
There's no luck
How
that the
dare
angle,
you?
though, goes immediately across the crease instead of into the goal.
Went right to the guy's stick, the goal scorer's stick, and he was able to.
You just won't listen, Corey.
Follow the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I will push back on that. That is.
So 100%
should.
skills, 0%
Tell him,
luck.
Zach.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going with?
What's that?
100% skills, 0% luck?
And that one, yes. There's a lot of saves that are like you go.
Sit in the corner, Corey.
No.
Go sit in the corner. Think about what you've just done.
Interesting take. He's allowed to have that opinion.
Ooh.
I mean,
It was unbelievable. Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Hellebuck, and that's everybody after the game was like, Hellebuck was the MVP.
Yeah.
They were all dapping him up because obviously there were times the Canadians were absolutely peppering him with shots, and he just was he was a wall. It was awesome.
The second period, it was basically just an offensive attack by Canada, and he stopped every shot but the one, right? It was outstanding. That was the goalie is the reason they won, and it was sweet how much when they were in all the line getting their gold medals and they announced everybody how much they praised him, and it was awesome. The drunken bit with the two Hughes brothers and Mike Tirico, and they're like, he's the reason we won.
Yeah.
It was sweet, dude.
Yeah.
That was all badass.
It's one thing. I mean, playing soccer goalie's hard. Don't get me wrong. That's tough, man. But that's a giant ball. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how anybody plays goalie in any sport, but specifically in hockey. It's the most incredible
How
thing
do
in
you
the world.
see it?
I have no idea.
Right.
It's incredible.
Guys stand in front of you, all that stuff,
And
man.
to
It
do
was
it as consistent as like that. That's why those performances. It's superhuman almost because not it's not even the big ones like that. The big paddle save or whatever. It's just the constant little ones. I mean, you said they peppered them.
Yes.
And at any point you could make a slight miscalculation and that puck bounces off you and goes in or whatever. I mean, even we saw. The U.S. with a shot that Binnington saved that hit the tip of his glove. That if he's just a tenth of a second slower, the game is over and Brock Faber is the game winning hero. So it was. I mean, as you mentioned it, Hawk. I mean, it's unbelievable how they are able to perform that consistently, both for the easy and obviously very difficult saves as well.
I mean.
Here's what I think. Listen, Sauce, you can tell me if you think I'm wrong, but I can guarantee you guys, if I ever broke a tooth, I would expect the world to end.
Yeah.
And stop on a dime. I want planes falling from the sky because the engines quit. I want everybody to stop what they're doing immediately and get me to a hospital and fix me.
You'd still be laying there.
I can't believe maybe I'm wrong. And maybe they were already broken teeth, and I don't know. You know what I mean? But if somebody knocks my teeth out, you win.
Yeah.
Have the Stanley Cup or whatever you're playing for. I don't care anymore. Fix my teeth.
Yep.
If I have blood in my mouth, stop the internet.
What's the dental plan in the NHL? Is it just unbelievable?
Apparently not very good.
So, funny enough,
like 100% coverage.
Our guy Perry was getting his teeth fixed, right? This is a true story. And he had to go back in and figure out who he was going to bill for what teeth. Like he's missing like 8 teeth. It was like, well, I have to call the Islanders about this. This one I have to call the Lightning
based on which tooth it was?
You are correct. Yes. Because he got them all replaced, but he had to bill each individual team. That's outstanding.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a true story. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Because they, it was under their insurance. So when he had to get them fixed, he had to go through and pick each one out.
So somewhere, as the rest of us have dental records and x-ray records, he has some kind of a map of like the bottom third tooth from the right is an Islander tooth. There's a map somewhere with all of his teeth and which teams it belongs to. That's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
Yeah, and he got him fixed locally, and the guy that owns the spot he got him fixed at was like he brought like a stack of paper in to show us all or email.
Well, who the hell is Jack Hughes gonna bill then?
The Olympics?
Canada?
United
Yeah, I
States of
guess.
America.
Italy?
Yeah.
Who does he bill?
That is a great question.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Or if he
with
cares.
medical stuff over there. I
Didn't
imagine
look like
it's
he
covered,
cared.
but-
Honestly, they would have had to stretcher me
Yes,
out of
you'd
there.
still be
Like,
laying on the ground.
They would have
Yeah.
had to call 911 and get a helicopter to come
Oh.
get me. I keep that gold medal. Give it to me later. Fix my tooth.
Yeah. Euthanize me right here. Yeah, you would have been left for dead and you wouldn't have cared.
Oh man.
Man, the Boldy goal was a 10 out of
Oh,
10.
unreal.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did that. And then obviously we almost had both of them. If Brock Faber's double doink doesn't bounce out, it looked like we were
Yeah.
going to have a couple of Wild members put 2 on the board in regulation. But alas, it didn't happen. And the drama in overtime in a lot of ways was even better.
Yeah.
You know what would really suck? Like to be a member of the, and I got some audio because I was thinking about it as I was loading the audio in, to be a member of the Minnesota Wild who didn't get to play in the Olympics. It would be really hard to sit there and watch, I would think, even though you're a teammate and you're exceedingly happy for him and it's a great game to watch, but you got to just be aching that you're not on that squad.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's was why it was so tough with Jonas Brodin, who was supposed to be in the Olympics for Team Sweden, and he couldn't make it because he got injured. And everybody on that team, every hockey player wants to play for their country if they can. And unfortunately, there's only 20 spots that you can use. So it sucks.
Yeah.
How about the Brock Nelson guy? Did his uncle win it? And then his great grandfather has also won a gold medal?
Yes.
He has like 3 generations of that family has won a gold medal in hockey.
That's pretty cool.
That's sweet. Yeah, that's outstanding.
Yeah.
How about the bit with the Johnny Gaudreau's kids?
Oh, my gosh, I know.
Holy
Yeah.
smokes. Oh man.
That victory lap with his jersey was epic.
And then the Kachuk brothers like bringing his 2 kiddos out.
that's
man.
nice, man.
Oof.
Yeah. That was pretty cool, man.
That was outstanding.
I
I sobbed.
I sobbed. Yeah. I
Oh.
don't remember crying that much after a sporting event, but that was.
Oh man.
I'm still crying over the broken teeth.
Yeah, the teeth part sucks.
And by the way, how like just hockey is that? Like,
Yeah.
it's just.
And then he wins. He wins the
smiling
golden
with
game
goal.
blood
winner, and then
flying
all
out.
the pictures are. I mean, that's very stereotypical ice
Yeah.
hockey, and man, I can't believe it, man. Gold medal. Oh, long time coming. 46 years
To
It
the
was
day.
sweet. Yeah, it was sweet.
on Gaudreau's birthday.
I didn't know
too.
they hadn't won it since 1980. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I'll fully admit it. I didn't know that until when they started talking about it. I'm like, oh, wow, yeah, he's right. They haven't won it since 1980. The view of the bench when he scored and Hughes chucked his helmet and his brother's looking for him. The emotions and the angles of that game were that was so fun to watch. I wish that was every other weekend. That would be outstanding.
And the women gold. I mean,
Yeah, the women gold
Mark
was great, yeah.
sorry, not Mark. Parker Fox trying to start a global
Yes,
incident
with
the
Canada.
people behind him. Man, that's why I sent him that text on our chat thing or on our text chain because it's like, that's not Parker. They must have been blanking with him the entire game because he was in their face.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy behind him looked like he was ready to fight. It was the best ever.
He almost said, "You will always be America's hat" to Canada, but he didn't. Yeah, he was
Parker,
pissed, man.
Wow, you
Yeah.
are angry.
And he probably had 15 beers in him.
It
but
might
yeah,
be that too.
Well, there's that.
yeah, it was sweet though. The whole bit was great. They won in overtime. The men won in overtime. It was awesome.
And just like that, the Olympics are over.
Yeah.
I watched the hell out of them.
Yeah.
I watched a ton of
Yeah,
Olympics
I
in the
watched
last
way
2
more
weeks.
than I thought I was gonna. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It was mostly awesome.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
speaking of mostly awesome, are you caught up on the Game of Thrones show?
Yeah, finished last night.
Dude, I haven't watched last night's episode yet.
Yeah, the
Episode
one-
5 was fantastic.
Yeah, it was off the charts.
Oh my gosh, dude! When he turns around on the back of his head,
I mean,
what?
yeah.
I
was
know.
awesome.
My goodness. is
Again,
that good.
temporarily, it was a perfect score, and it was one of 2 episodes in the history of television with a perfect score. And then, have you seen the garbage that's happened since then?
Yeah.
So basically, God, how do you say it again? Whatever the word,
Ozempics.
whatever it is
Yeah.
from Breaking Bad. That was a perfect score. And then Night of the Seven Kingdoms from last Sunday was, and now basically it's like turning into a political thing
Yes.
where it's like my show's better than your show. So people are flooding the reviews
Oh, goodness.
to try to bring each other down. It's like, what are we doing? It's
Yeah.
just a rating of a TV show. My God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
crazy.
people just can't let things just be.
Nope.
So it's
Nope.
you got to ruin the party.
Yep.
So there's a bunch of idiots that are wasting their time doing that. But anyway, yeah, one of the better episodes of TV I've seen in a long, long time. But
I ran.
Last night's was much more chill, but a nice way to end it.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Running through from I had to watch like from 2 all the way to the to 5 yesterday. That's the biggest penis I think I've seen on TV in a very long time.
Oh,
Do you remember the old man walking out taking a pee?
Yeah,
That's enormous.
Cartoonish, obviously.
It
That
was
was
unbelievable.
that
What
was
are
the
you
point.
doing?
That was the point.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He walked out there and I'm like, my God, it's a 3-legged man. What's going on? And that poor old gentleman, he can't get a boner, he'll die.
Jeez.
And he's an old gentleman.
That was the joke because Tommy's caught up too because he was texting me last week when he basically binged the first 5 and people had asked me like, hey, has Tommy watched Thrones yet? I'm like, I don't think he has. And they're like, no, he definitely hasn't. Otherwise we would have heard about episode 2.
I know. It's like, my God.
Oh,
he's got
man.
a Pringles can down there.
Yep.
Good for
ain't
that
fair.
guy. Yeah, good for him.
Builders and Remodelers brings you the first segment of the Power Trip Morning Show. Hey, former Viking Anthony Harris on the show this morning. Are we announcing the other special guest or
we
no?
can say that she's on. We can't say anything other than that.
All right, so Belinda Jensen's going to be on the show
Yeah.
later today
sweet.
as well.
Yeah.
Ben Lieber, Michael J. Mussman. Lots to get to between now and 9 o'clock. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Every now and then you find
Welcome back. Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Here we are. And here is J'accuse me.
This is all about our country right now. I love the USA. I love my teammates. It's unbelievable. The USA Hockey Brotherhood is so strong. I'm so proud to be American today. Unbelievable game by Hellebuck. He was our best player tonight by a mile. Unreal game by our team. Just a ballsy, gutsy win. That's American hockey right there. That's a great Canadian team, but we're USA. We're so proud to be Americans. Tonight was all for the country.
Sounds a little bit like Halvey running to try to get back to Barrero's show, right?
Heck of a hockey game.
He sounds like he picked up smoking between the end of the game and that interview.
Just the slightest breeze going through the teeth, too. Just little extra airway.
Again, Hawk and I would still be laying on the end of the
so would I,
Yeah.
for sure.
The worst, man. I can't imagine.
Didn't Perry have that story that he got 2 of his teeth knocked out and the nerves were exposed and he
Yeah.
kept playing?
You keep playing.
Yeah.
Again, I would take the season off.
Yeah. I'd never play again.
I'd like to
call it
announce
a
my
career.
retirement.
Yeah. It's over for me and Hearth.
Oh, America.
Yeah. I love it here, but it hurt.
How cool for the Hughes family just in general, right?
Yeah.
Quinn gets to be the hero in one. Jack gets to be the hero in the other one.
Yeah.
Almost identical fashion.
And the stepbrother who played for Lithuania.
Yeah. What's his name?
He feels so bad. He chose the wrong team.
Speaking of watching at home, I mean, they have a third Hughes brother.
That is true.
Luke that plays
man.
for the Devils, but was not.
What's what happens when we play for the devil?
Yeah.
His name is Cooper Manning.
Yeah.
You need to
Basically.
know better.
Yeah. But at least he plays in the NHL.
Yeah.
But and then Ellen, of course, their mom.
She plays?
She was the.
I've heard she's difficult to work with.
No, different Ellen.
Oh.
Oh no! This one, she's a part of the women's team, and so she won. Well, they don't get gold medals, but she won a gold with that team, and then got to watch two of her boys win a gold on Sunday.
Oh, check that out, Zach. It's the number one play on SportsCenter and SportsCenter's top 10, the game-winning goal. That's pretty cool, right? It's number one.
I mean, I would put the save actually, but
Oh,
that's
Okay.
cool.
all right.
All right.
Good for them. Good for.
But if you go to ESPN.com, it's something about how one of the players disrespected Bronny James.
Yes, Jalen
That's
Brown.
the lead
Come on,
story
man.
on ESPN.
It's whatever
What
their
are we doing?
whatever their cycle is for how long a story stays at the top. It's kind of funny. Like the U.S. Canada is the main picture on ESPN.com, but the top headline is LeBron stumps for C's Celtics Brown in MVP conversation.
Yeah.
And then they talk about the relationship and how he loves Jalen Brown, but wasn't thrilled about some of the comments he had about Bronny in Summer League. It's like, for God's sakes, this isn't the Real Housewives.
That's the lead story.
People are so tired of that in the
Well,
NBA.
Yeah.
That is the
Who
tough
cares?
thing, though, man. I mean, we used to, we had a boss who, I'm not sure whether he still works here or not, who used to yell at us for not talking Vikings because he tuned in for 10 minutes and heard one segment when we didn't talk about Vikings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the rest of the time we've been talking about the Olympics. You just
Right.
tuned in at the wrong time. We were
Right.
talking about LeBronny or whoever.
Yeah. LeBronny. Yep. Yeah.
I fought with hockey fans who feel disrespected by ESPN, and I say, listen, I mean the ratings, they go by the ratings, and nobody cares about hockey in America for the most part. But
They should care about
today
yesterday,
is
though.
a gross exception. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
You have to.
you can
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
it's like 20 hours later.
Vomit
after-
worthy.
But
Very few things, though, are better than playoff hockey.
yeah,
Very
You know,
few things.
Because it's
Freedom.
the tension, it's the finality. It can be over at any second.
Yep.
It's just the best.
Yeah. Especially when they go to 3-on-3 last night. And how about
You don't like it?
no, not for that games
But-
like that. But
that game? Probably should have ended at 5-on-5. But how about the lack of effort by McDavid on
Yeah.
that back check? Or
Shocking.
they're 2-0 and they probably win the game.
Mhm.
And then Hughes pokes that puck ahead, and that's how the whole play got set up.
Mhm.
The lack of effort by Connor McDavid, maybe the best player in the world, would have ended that game for them.
yeah, kind of got caught in the middle between
Yeah, he kind of old
committing to the puck, and then
Yep.
when you don't commit to the puck, you got to commit to the guy, and he
Yep.
just kind of was in no man's land and got a front row seat to a silver medal.
Yes. Yeah. Insane.
Shout out to Brock Faber, too. Obviously,
Yeah.
one of our own.
Yep. Yeah.
Gold medalist. Pretty cool.
Yeah. It was
Maple
sweet.
Grove, baby.
Maple Grove.
So
He probably has gone to that Costco many times.
And I know we talked about in the first segment, but like Matt Boldy's goal was he split two of the top defensemen in the world.
He passed it to himself
and flipped it up and was able to. I mean, if he doesn't score that, I don't know. That game is again. There is the margins. In fact, they have these analytic systems now that kind of determine what the expected goals like. And if you play this game 100 times, how many goals would this team score and how many goals would this team score normally? I think the expected goals for Canada was just under 6, and for the United States was like just over 1. Like in most games, that is a dominant victory for Canada.
And that's McKinnon's point, right?
Yes,
it's like everybody that was watching could tell who the better team was. Who cares?
Yeah,
it's 2-1. Go home, you dumb Canadian.
Yeah, go home.
And I'll be honest with you, Mr. McKinnon, I couldn't tell. I don't know much about hockey.
Right.
I saw we won.
Yeah, 2-1.
That's what I saw.
Yeah.
It's cool.
One of those expected goals that you guys didn't get was on your stick.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a wide open net and he hit the side of the cage. And
Celebrini had a wide open net.
Wide open.
So eat that.
Yeah, eat that.
So now he's going to go back to Colorado, and the Wild are going to play him on Thursday, and he's going to watch the Avalanche honor their Olympians, and he's their Olympic gold medalists, and he's going to have to, and then he's going to have to watch it again and again. It's interesting.
Let's hope he takes his puck and goes home.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Kiss it.
Pouts.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's probably going to use it for motivation and try to win a Stanley Cup again.
What if he just meat sauces
What
it?
if he does? What if he says?
He quits?
What if he decides hockey ain't for him?
Yeah.
Ooh, that could happen.
Yeah. What if he's still laying on the ground from his busted teeth?
Yeah. He didn't bust it. Well, I bet he probably has.
Yeah, I'm sure he has. Yeah.
It's a lot of hockey. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of hockey.
Oh, man, I can't wait to see Quinn back here. Brock. Oh, man. This is so cool. And I like the fact that we don't have any Canadians in the locker room.
Yeah, thank God.
Could, cause a schism.
Thank God.
Canadian hockey team players. Like,
They're so polarizing.
yeah. Like
They're
there's
so close to the pole.
animosity there. Everybody just loves each other. We're going to.
Everybody love everybody.
Yeah.
The great
Smoke some
Jackie
cannabis.
Moon once said that. Everybody love everybody.
Great film.
You know?
ELE, baby.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Don't bring me down.
Great song.
A woman loses all her limbs after being licked by a dog. But some of these
What?
some of these stories, man.
Infection?
Yeah, she got an infection. Sepsis.
Yucky.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I should probably.
Wash your hands.
Yeah.
Well, I got when we celebrated at my buddy's house yesterday, their dog Louie,
Blue Dog.
went
They
up
were
Dalmatian.
and I either bit or scratched my buddy Chad pretty good, and then also he
God.
got me pretty good on the side. So
Why is that dog
He was freaking out, man.
yeah, no, I don't blame the dog, but
Yeah.
I'm now thinking maybe I should.
So had the
Clean that
dog
wound.
recently went outside to go to the bathroom and walked in the dirt and maybe some fecal matter and then scraped or scratched both you and Chad, and then did either of you lick the other one's wounds?
No, well,
You're probably okay.
Well,
Yeah, you
friend's
should be
house.
fine.
the licking of the wounds is probably true, but
Was it by the dog? Did the dog lick the wounds?
Yeah.
I hope not.
You got the dog all riled up. It wasn't the doggy's fault.
Yeah.
Where were you scratched?
Yeah, I'm not blaming the dog.
Sounds like you're blaming the
Lou is
dog.
great.
Thank you.
Sounds like a menace to society.
We're suing Eric out of everything. We're taking the TV and everything else in that house, but
Yeah,
that's a
well,
good
that's what
plan.
friends do.
yeah.
That's what friends are for.
Is that what those were? So, like, I saw your clip of the game-winning goal, the moment, right? It was like you, and then there was a bunch of people on the couch.
Sure.
But like, who are all those? Those were friends. Is that what that is?
Friends, yeah. So,
How did you find all of them?
A couple of them didn't look like they were real happy. I'm
Yeah,
not sure they're
you're-
friends.
Yeah, were they
anymore.
Canadian friends?
Knocking teeth out?
You played sports, right?
Kind of.
So like a lot of those guys like were my hockey teammates back in the day,
No kidding.
and,
Oh.
and we graduated high school together, and then we
You guys stay in touch?
stayed in touch. Yeah.
Oh,
That's weird, man.
that's fun.
Are they
People
your
do
dogs?
that?
Yeah, are they your
Are they your
G's?
dogs? Because if any of them licked you, you might get sepsis, lose all
I
your
don't
limbs.
think any of those dogs licked me.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh, that's an
Wow.
interesting way to say it.
not those.
Here's another story. I'm not going to read but I'm interested. How the brain knows when to stop scratching an itch. Never thought about that.
That's brilliant.
Never thought about it. Somebody sends a signal to your brain, says, okay, it's good now, thank you. Or you just keep scratching until you fall apart?
I had an itch last night on the side that I was sleeping
From your
on.
dog bite?
And
The
I was
dog
so,
scratch,
I was
yes.
so tired. I had to figure out if it was worth rolling over to itch it or if I could just.
With all due respect,
Yeah.
that's the laziest thing I've ever heard.
I know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty
Well,
bad.
I was literally just about to fall asleep. Like I was in that just kind of
REM mode?
right,
Yeah.
and I was
Oh,
like,
careful.
yeah.
I'm in rib mode.
Yeah, you're in REM mode.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it might be.
It is for Canada.
Yeah, it's over
Hey.
for Canada.
Nice breakaway there, McDavid.
Did dude swallow his teeth? Did they go down his throat? Or were they on the ice?
It's a great question.
'Cause
Yeah,
I didn't
no
see him on the
idea.
ice.
No, that's what you should have handed McKinnon instead of that
Yeah.
stuffed animal.
That's
Just
right.
giving him Jack Hughes' tooth and say,
That's right.
take this home, you son of a
Now
bitch.
that
Yeah.
is the keepsake I want from the Olympics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's
I
that
want
worth
the teeth that
at
got knocked out
auction?
of his face.
I bet a good
You
amount.
might have to
if you
look
could
through his
find 'em.
too, because he might have swallowed them.
Oh, gross.
Would you do it though, Zach? To keep those teeth as a keepsake? Would you search through his fecal matter?
Oh.
It's the question everybody wants to know.
Is it?
I mean, it's a gold medal game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Not even a. There's no doubt. There's not even a second thought.
That's
See?
historic. That's a
You're
historic
picking
tooth.
through
Yeah.
that like it's. I don't know.
Like it's
owl
the
excrement.
keys from the dog crap and Gone
Yeah.
in 60 Seconds.
Yeah.
Great film.
Got to get those car keys
You
back.
gotta do
Great
it, man.
film.
Got to get those fobs.
So good.
I don't think
Oh my gosh.
Nicolas Cage talks about Gone in 60 Seconds as much as you guys.
No,
do.
but he should.
Front page sports is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
From the 1-800 Ask Gary Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by Whole Foods.
good morning, everybody. It's Patrick Morning Show. Lots of good news and some not so good news in the world, but lots of sports going on.
Before that little music switch there, I was like, what is this supposed to be? Like, who is it supposed to be?
I don't know.
Felt like it could be a sped up In Excess kind of vibe.
Yeah, there's some of that to it.
There's
yeah.
a little of that.
Maybe
yeah.
a little Prince almost.
A little Genesis.
There's a little, like, organ, church organ, like, Testify in the... Get you going.
That's what Corey heard.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I knew it sounded familiar.
Yeah, you've heard it before, man.
Yeah,
Was
Chris
it
mentioned
Kurt
it.
Bills?
No, it wasn't
No,
Kurt
I don't
Bills.
think so.
Let's do front page sports because there's good and
Time now
bad.
for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores for a limited time. Coca-Cola 20-ounce bottles, 3 for $6.50. Mix and match any flavors you want at Holiday. Coca-Cola 3 for $6.50.
6'7".
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, man.
At Holiday. Love Holiday. Way to go, Holiday.
Yeah, good job.
Let's start with the good because the bad's really bad. The good is that the U.S. men won gold in hockey 2-1 over Canada in overtime. Jack Hughes with the game winner after he lost a couple of teeth. How many did he lose? 2? What did it look?
Two.
It looked like 1 in the bottom and then 1 right in the
Yeah.
top front, obviously. Is it 2?
I think you
Maybe
lost. I
3?
think there's some half ones you lost there, too.
Yeah.
Like,
So if you add up all the half tooths.
Ooh.
First gold medal since 1980. That was the Miracle on Ice team 46 years ago. So for Zach, Sauce, and I, first in our lifetime.
Yep. That's sweet. It was
That's
well
nuts.
worth the wait. It was awesome.
do you have any memories of that, Chris?
No.
Yeah.
No, he was too busy getting punched by dads.
Yeah.
So none of the...
He was like 10.
Yeah, but still. Is that when you were
none
calling
of the,
the
none of
phone
the sex
numbers?
line workers told you about it?
You know what? That was one of the things we discussed.
Yep.
Yeah, she was talking about if I saw that incredible thing through the 2-hole, and I was like, "Wow."
Hey, by the way, I'm going to keep talking dirty to you, but did you see the U.S. beat Russia? Yep.
Yeah, we were just friends. You guys don't understand. I just needed somebody to talk to.
Connor Hellebuck had 41 saves for the U.S. Matt Boldy scored the regulation goal, and it was a highlight reel goal. U.S. went 18 for 18 on the penalty kill in the entire tournament. That's sick. No Sidney Crosby for Canada in the finals, but who cares? He got hurt against the Czech Republic. So the Canadians go home with the silver. The U.S. go home with the gold in both men's and women's hockey.
Yeah.
Parker Fox is going to be on this show in 2 days, and my sources say there's a chance that we have Taylor on this show in studio this week as well.
What?
Sweet.
I hope she brings her gold medal.
My guess is she will.
Yeah.
But we'll
You'd
see.
have to.
I'd wear it everywhere. I'd wear it to, like, Cub. Target.
Let's transition to the sad news. 2 Vikings over the weekend passed away. Former Viking wide receiver Rondale Moore died this weekend at 25 years old from a suspected self-inflicted gunshot wound. Second round pick out of Arizona, second round pick of Arizona in 2021 from Purdue, correct?
Yes,
Yeah, right.
Purdue.
Man, season-ending injuries the last couple years, a dislocated knee with Atlanta in 24, and then a season-ending knee injury with the Vikes in the preseason opener of this year. And, man, it was hard. Everybody reposted the video of him getting carted off
Yeah. Yep.
after the injury, and he's got the towel over his face, and he's, like, punching the cart, and he's screaming, and everybody is posting about how you could basically hear him screaming from the press box in agony and in sadness. And, man, that just, that's a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. It's just terrible.
And, Was it the first play of the game? Was it a kickoff?
I believe it was.
a
That's
kickoff.
right.
Yeah.
Also, former Viking defensive back Ronyo Whitaker died at the age of 46 over the weekend, undrafted in 2003. He was with the Vikings for 2 seasons in 06 and 07. That cause of death has not been announced yet. Not sure about that one.
Goodness sakes, man.
Awful.
I know.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah. Obviously, goes without saying, man. You're 25 years old.
Yeah.
You got a whole lot of life, man. So many things. I can't imagine, man. I can't imagine. I know it seems like all you got's football, but you get so much more than that, you know. Oof.
On a lighter note, Twins pitcher Joe Ryan, we had an injury scare over the weekend, but it sounds like it's just back inflammation. He had an MRI because they were worried about it a little bit, but he's going to be sidelined for days, but it doesn't look like he will be affected in terms of his availability for opening day.
Do you think they were watching in the training room? They were like examining his back and it was tight and stuff, and they were watching the NHL hockey game, and like dude got his teeth knocked out, and they just kind of side-eyed him like, "Is your back hurt, bud? How's your back, little buddy? You all right over there?" That guy's teeth are down his butthole.
Down his butthole?
That's what I figured.
I mean, eventually.
Yeah.
That's the path it's going to take,
Yeah.
You back okay, bud?
Yeah.
You all right?
You sure?
You sure you're okay?
So, Saucy Saucerson.
Yes, sir.
Right? Our guy, our buddy now, we met him for an hour and a half. He seemed lovely. Pablo Lopez, out
Great dude.
out for the year.
Yeah.
Right? Elbow surgery. If Joe Ryan had been injured and out for the year, your thoughts?
It'd be terrible because both those guys are great dudes. I would have asked Lieber when he got here in 15 minutes to pay me on the under bet already. It would be devastating. And I think one of the things about this team is we've heard over the past couple of weeks how they were in on, I think is it Framber? Framber Valdez, the guy from Houston. And Gleeman's point has been, well, if that's true, that's fine. But we can't keep being in on these guys. Like if you're going to spend the $30 million or whatever it would have taken to get him, why aren't you spending like $15 million on like Lucas Giolito, who is a free agent starting pitcher? So I don't know. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be a tough go, even with Joe Ryan hopefully healthy and hopefully the day one starter. It's going to be a tough go for that team.
I think the thing I thought if Ryan had been out for the year is how quickly they were going to implode in terms of like not waiting to the trade deadline. It would have been over even earlier, which means the sell-off might have happened even earlier.
Well, that is 100% true as well, because the latest Gleeman and the Geek podcast, which is outstanding, is basically like the way this is going so far with him hurt right away, and now you have to rely on young guys who were probably maybe going to be in the bullpen, and now you have to move into starting pitching. If they're 5 to 10 to 15 games under 500 in June, that sell-off is probably going to start. And if you have a hurt Joe Ryan and a hurt Pablo Lopez, you can still trade those guys, but their value is zero. You want a healthy – if you're going to trade Joe Ryan, you want him as healthy as possible. And, yeah, the sell-off is probably going to happen regardless. It's going to be a weird season, man. They have young talent, though, man. Like the
rapper?
The Culpepper kid that they have is good. Walker Jenkins should be good. But, man, they just don't spend any money. And the rapper, yeah.
We like young talent?
Sports talent.
I don't know why I said it like that.
Yeah, why did you say it like that?
It did get weird for a minute.
My God.
You got an island?
You like young talent?
Okay, all right.
You're
Not that
getting
young.
emails.
Yeah, you're getting emails.
Yep.
No, you're on a list.
Yep.
He was on the list before.
Yeah, you were always on the list.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would have been really bad. It's going to be a tough go anyway. They play in like a month. The season starts in about a month.
Hey, Corey,
Yes, sir.
don't you think Sauce is the kind of guy who'd take up crocheting? Can't you see that being like making pies was at one point?
No, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because it takes attention to detail, right? Especially the learning process. I know people, once they get really good at that stuff, they're on autopilot
look,
and they
yeah.
don't even have to look. But I think to get good at it, you have to pay so much attention to learn the little thing.
Fox.
The rhythm.
Yeah.
And then I also don't think he has the patience to finish a project like that.
Right.
Because that's hours, right? To crochet some of that
Good
stuff.
point,
Yeah.
Good point. Because this lady she quit social media and started crocheting,
And
and it changed her life for the better.
Yeah. My mother-in-law crochets.
Great point.
She's very good at it.
So this is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Good point. You should
I
put this
didn't
in
know
the
that
book.
about her. I had
Yeah.
no idea.
Yeah, she crochets.
Could she make me a doily?
Probably, yeah.
Second question: what's a doily?
Isn't like a doily like a blanket at the end of the bed?
Is that
That's
right,
like
guys?
not really a blanket.
I thought it was something you put drinks on.
No, that's a coaster.
Spelled doily.
I have an uncle named
DIY?
Doyle.
Yeah.
Small ornamental mat, traditionally made of cotton or linen, used to protect surfaces from scratches, catch drips,
Oh, maybe it is.
or a decorative vintage charm.
What does your mother-in-law crochet?
Sex. Whoa. Blankets. She's made Louis a couple of hats. My sister a hat. Yeah.
Are
She
they
ever
at the
made anything
Goodwill
for you?
right now?
What?
She ever made anything for you?
No.
Be honest. Are they at the Goodwill right now?
No. I don't.
You can be honest.
No, I don't think so. No.
Fine,
What's
Don't be
wrong with
honest
your
with us
eye?
then.
Why are you winking?
I'm not winking.
Interesting.
No.
What's
we
up
would
with the
never
thumbs
do-
down? What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I'm
She
on
worked
camera.
hard at
She
it.
would see that.
She worked hard.
I would never throw it away.
Let's have fun, doilies.
Oh,
Would
no.
you ever crochet? Is Chris right?
Yeah.
Would you get into it?
Probably not.
Why
but
not?
it would keep me off my phone.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
that's one of the things you would hate the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I don't think it is the phone, but I also think I got to be doing some with my hands.
Yeah. I feel you. Brother.
That's why, I smoke.
Crocheting is. What do you think? You don't crochet with your feet.
No,
Well,
I
he
know,
will.
but no, yeah, I would if I could
It's a
still
bad
be on my
start.
phone.
It's a really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great point.
Yeah.
If you could learn to crochet with your feet, you could doom scroll and make blankets.
Yes, correct. Yeah,
Now that would be that's something that would be like Stupid Human Tricks on Letterman.
yeah,
Watch the guy doom scroll as he crochets a blanket
that'd be
or a
great.
doily.
Yeah, or if I on my phone looked at what I was making and then with my feet I crocheted it.
I don't think you would do that. I think you would just read Sham's tweets.
Yeah,
I think you just go back to throwing poop at people.
What? Why would I do that?
Hmm.
You like to party?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Have you ever?
thrown poop at somebody?
Exactly.
No. Have you?
No. Why would I?
I don't know.
What a weird question to ask. You.
Yeah, why would you ask Corey that?
He asked me that.
Come on, man. But we were talking about you.
Yeah.
No,
Don't
I've
make this
not.
about
Don't change
Corey.
the subject.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're
I've not-
deflecting.
I've not done that.
You can do that instead of crocheting.
Did you feel bad for what was his name? Punch the lonely monkey that went viral.
Whatever you want to do in your free time.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you punch your lonely monkey all you
Wasn't
want.
that his name?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd never heard it said out loud.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
The whole world fell in love with him, man. He was getting bullied.
Oh, buddy.
He had that.
Punch
He had the stuffed
Yeah,
animal.
punch your lonely monkey all you want.
He had that stuffed animal monkey, and then he was dragging it around the enclosure.
Buddy.
Now he's got two because I think Nathan McKinnon threw his in that enclosure
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well. So
yeah.
Punch has got another friend.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys. I'm gonna go home and punch the lonely monkey.
Title of the podcast.
Title of the podcast.
Punch the
for
lonely
sure.
monkey.
Yeah. Yeah. You did that a lot this weekend.
That does
didn't you?
sound like a euphemism for
It
sure.
does change it when it's said out loud. It
Yep.
just does. I read
Man.
it about 9 times this weekend and it didn't find it funny at all.
He's the cutest monkey of all time.
Yeah.
You
Poor
feel
little
terrible
guy,
for him.
Dragging
Yeah.
it around.
Nobody's.
buddy.
He's got no friends. He just sits there and watches poker on TV and eats
Yeah.
chicken fingers.
Yeah.
What a son of a bitch.
Yeah. And then, Hawk, how often did you punch the lonely monkey this weekend in a hotel room by yourself?
Every 3 hours.
God, sorry, I know the race is going on. I got to go back to my
So,
room.
Chris, when everybody in the Pittsburgh airport was celebrating the hockey goal, what were you doing?
Punching the lonely monkey.
What
monkey.
really matters is next. Ben Lieber in like 9 minutes. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Stream your local station. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcast.
Hey, welcome back. Here we are. It's time for
That's what really matters, right?
that's right.
Brought to you by OVO LASIK and Lens. Get LASIK, change your life at OVO. Thanks, Dr. Mark Lobanoff and Dr. David Whiting.
Yeah, thanks to both of you and all of you out there.
Thank you.
Great people. All
All
right.
the people.
OVO LASIK and Lens. The Wolves got run out of the building by the Philadelphia 76ers and Tyrese Maxey. 135-108. Maxey had 39 and had 28 in the loss. The Wolves fall to 35-23. Philadelphia up to 31-26. Up next at Portland tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
The Wolves need to go home tonight, punch the lonely monkey,
Yep.
and just hit the reset button.
Knock out a couple of teeth.
That's right.
Yeah.
And play like a champ.
That was a really bad loss. Although the Wolves were kind of shorthanded without Nas and Rudy, but they got run over by that team, who was also shorthanded.
But what really matters is this.
One more thing about it. I don't know what changed my mind, though. Somebody must have said something in a press conference or something like that, but I now catch myself watching like Ant or somebody in the after the games when they lose a regular season game, and people are like expecting them to be devastated, and you can see in their face they want to answer it the right way, but they're thinking it's one of 82 games.
Yeah, this isn't a playoff
Take a
game.
deep
Correct,
breath.
yeah.
Yeah, we played badly tonight. We're still going to be okay. Wait till
Yeah.
the playoffs.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yep.
punch the lonely monkey.
Yeah, get
Mikey.
after it.
Punch lonely monkey.
What's the update
Poor
with that
Mikey.
thing? I kind of lost track of that story. Is he happy now? Does he have friends now,
Yeah,
or
is
is he
he
still just
okay?
sitting in the corner?
Have you watched him dragging that monkey around?
Oh yeah.
I think he hates that monkey.
Yeah.
I think he's pretended he killed it. I
Yeah.
think people
Oh.
are misreading this whole thing.
So he's
Yeah.
not lonely. That's not his his security blanket.
I think he shows dominance over him.
I think
So
that,
you're saying that's
Yeah.
a threat?
I think
Yeah.
it
Like,
might be.
like you look at me, bitch, and this will be you.
that
Yeah, he thinks he's a monkey.
Yeah.
He's a stuffed animal killer now. People keep sending him to him.
yeah, that stuffed animal is definitely his bitch.
He just keeps pointing at it.
Yeah.
I will cut you.
Yeah, don't you threaten me. We're going this way, bitch.
Oh man.
All right, so I found on YouTube this list of 50 geological things about the state of Minnesota that I found interesting, and some of them are downright fascinating. That's what's going to be what really matters today. I watched the whole thing yesterday, and I'm knocked out. I can't believe this. So let me find the most incredible one. Okay, here's one. This is incredible. For those of you driving this morning in the city of Inver Grove Heights, right here, one of the
Not
suburbs.
far from here.
Not far from here. You are driving over top of a 2.5 mile wide meteor crater from 490 million years ago. It was filled in by the glaciers, but they know that Inver Grove Heights is the site of a 2.5 mile wide meteor crater from 490 million years ago.
That did some damage.
How about
Yeah.
that?
So
That's
if you live in
incredible.
Inver Grove Heights, you got to think to yourself, what are the chances that lightning strikes twice?
Right.
Right? We've run pretty hot. It's been 490 million years since it hit last.
Yeah, we're on a good run here.
Yeah, I think we're safe.
So I got to think you wake up saying, not a bad day in Inver Grove Heights.
No.
Feeling
It's going to
pretty
be
good.
fine.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
It's somebody else's turn next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Probably Newport.
Oh, my God. You wish.
What? What did Newport ever do to you?
Nothing really.
Is that where that one guy's from?
No, it's just it was, you know,
That's pretty cool, though.
yeah.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
That is neat.
Looking it up on Google Maps, and you can see it.
Can you really?
Not really. but
Okay. I was going to say, because it did get filled in by the sediment. But
By the what?
the sediment.
the
Oh,
sediment. What did you think I said?
I don't know. Hey, can I ask you guys a question?
Can't wait.
Is it about Inver Grove Heights?
No, it's just a question about like the way things are covered. Why is it when the East Coast gets a snowstorm, it's like the biggest news ever, but when we like get like 10 inches of snow, no one cares? I find that weird.
Do you-
Every time there's weather, like snow weather that's going to affect anything close to New York City, they're like, this is the worst thing of all time. It might be over. What are we going to do?
Well, interestingly, I do think it was like the most snow they were going to get in a very, very long time. It is one of the most populous cities on the planet,
Yeah.
and it doesn't happen there very often. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
So
like,
it is kind of like
yeah.
if they had a snowstorm in Tampa Bay, you'd expect them to
yeah.
to cover it, right? But I
Yeah.
understand. You're just worried that we're flyover country,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You need to punch the lonely monkey.
Why do you think it is?
Because people care about the East Coast. The East Coast gets ratings. There's a lot of people there that want to know what's happening in their city or town. Or
All you're trying to say, Paul, is they don't really care about us.
no, they do not.
Got that right. I'm with you.
They do not.
Punch the lonely monkey.
Yeah, punch
The
lonely
NHL
monkey man.
resumes on Wednesday, including the Colorado Avalanche going to the Utah Mammoth. And that matters because the Wild play in Colorado on Thursday at 8 o'clock. So the Avs, technically on a back-to-back, we'll take that. The Wild start the post-Olympic break tied with Tampa Bay and Carolina for the second most points in the NHL with 78. 5 behind Colorado, but again, we are alone in second in the Western Conference, 1 point ahead of Dallas. Let's go.
Yeah, it's going to be a great second half.
And there's
even though
Benjamin.
It's not really the second half.
It might be. Might be great.
Yeah.
But what really matters is this.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Hi. Hi. All right. Here's something that's very, very interesting about the state of Minnesota. No rivers flow into the state of Minnesota. No major rivers flow into the state of Minnesota. In fact, they all flow out, and one of them goes north.
Red River?
That's right. The Red River flows north, and it's one of the few in the world that flow north.
Wow.
And it does. And which is part of the reason there's flooding up north a lot of times, because sometimes that north flowing river is flowing into areas where the ground is still frozen, so it cannot be absorbed. So it floods those places.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
That's insane.
It flows north. The hell is it thinking?
It's embarrassing, but I can barely name rivers in this state, and I've lived here my entire life.
There aren't many.
I can start with the Mississippi,
Yeah.
the St. Croix.
Well, now the Red River.
The Minnesota.
You're halfway, 3/4 the way there, I think.
How many do we have left?
We're in Minnesota. I think there's only.
The Rum River.
Yeah.
Who could forget? Well, I suppose. Oh man, there's 6,500 natural rivers.
I was going to say, there's a lot more than you think.
I would think so.
that
But
yeah.
the major
cumulatively
rivers
flow for 69,000 miles.
Wasn't the beginning of the Mississippi,
Nice.
like what's up in Itasca?
Yeah, that's
What's
it.
that bit?
That's
Is-
one of my bits. Do you want to hear
yeah.
this?
Yeah.
At the very mouth, the very beginning of the Mississippi River, which, flows from here all the way down to the Gulf. It's one of the biggest. It's giant, right? It's a giant waterway. At some points, it's a mile wide. There's a spot in northern Minnesota where you can, at the very headwaters, they call it. That's the word I was trying to think of. You can walk across it on rocks. It's so small where it begins, you can literally hop from rock to rock and rock across the Mississippi River.
I've been there.
I've done it.
Yeah.
You have to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hawk,
yeah.
you haven't done that yet?
Apparently, I'm a loser.
Yeah, you kind of
Yeah.
are.
I got to go punch the lonely monkey.
Yeah,
Also have
yes,
not
you
done
do.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's a whole separate thing.
It's up
I
by
think,
Walker. It's not far
Yes.
from Walker. Yeah.
Yes.
And Shooting Star.
Northern Lights.
Yeah, that one. Yep. You been there?
Maybe.
Hey, nerd question.
Yeah, baby.
You said that the what river goes north?
The Red River.
The Red River. Okay. One of the few in the world, you said?
Yeah.
See, I thought that everything in the southern hemisphere kind of flip-flopped. Like those rivers do go north, and it's the exception if they go south. Am I thinking of that wrong?
No, you may be saying that right. I think I may be saying it wrong. It might be the only in our side of the world, on our side of the hemisphere.
And
That
north.
flows
Yeah, yeah.
away from the
Yeah,
equator.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a better way to say it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. There you go. That's a much better way to say it. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to give you something now, and to cover up my mistake, I'm going to give you another one. The oldest rock in the United States, and I'm not talking about Rolling Stones, is in Morton, Minnesota. Wrap your brain around this, guys. It is so old, it is legitimately a part of the Earth's original crust. It is 3.5 billion years old, and it's in Morton, Minnesota.
That's fascinating.
Right? Morton, Minnesota, oldest rock.
So we're thinking that there was some sort of volcanic explosion
That lifted it
shot it out like a pimple.
Exactly. Which leads me to another one. There was a volcano, and look up if you want, Zacho, called the Mid-Continent Rift. It is a fault line that ran through Minnesota. When this volcano erupted 1 billion years ago, it could have made such a giant, huge rift that it could have split North America in half. But for some reason it didn't. But it did create Lake Superior.
Wow.
The Mid-Continent Rift.
Guys, we almost got lucky. Can
I
you
know.
imagine if the volcano had split North America right on the Minnesota border to Wisconsin?
Right.
Yeah.
And they were our enemies across the sea.
Screw you,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of screw you, buddy. Yeah.
Then you couldn't just drive to Toma.
Yeah.
Right.
Or La Crosse or Green Bay
Right.
or your favorite spot, the Dells.
Man,
Plus.
Do we know? Probably nobody in this room knows. If that rift had formed how many millions of years ago, what would be the span between Minnesota and Wisconsin all those years drifting apart?
Great question. No idea.
Good question.
3 yardsticks.
Yep, that's it.
I
From
know,
Menards.
seriously.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it could be
I'm with you,
way
yeah.
smaller than you think.
Are you seeing this, Sacco? Are you looking at what I'm looking at right now?
a little bit. No,
Yeah.
probably not.
I'm on the Wikipedia page, and pretty damn fascinating.
How long ago did you say? Did you say billions, though,
let's
for that
see,
one? For the volcano bit with the rift?
Volcano, 1 billion years ago.
1 billion?
Yeah.
Like, how long ago was, like, Pangea? I have no idea.
No idea.
That's got to be in the billions as well, right?
No.
The classic
You don't
rock
think so?
band?
200 to 300
I was gonna say
million.
Yeah,
years.
300
2 to 3?
yeah.
Coke
Yeah.
company?
That's right. 300 to 200.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, you're right. That does make sense.
Yeah.
You know, Hawk, we really should go out to Morton and look at this ourselves. What do you
We
think?
really should. Look, you want to go today?
You want to go to Morton?
And you know, if we get if we get like absorbed by it, we could just spend the night. I know where there's a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great
Yeah.
place.
Well, but Ben, I think that answers your question, right? If Pangea was 200 or 300 million years ago, and this is, and now we are where we are, then if you had a
That's how far we drifted.
that 1 billion years ago, if that rift would have snapped us off, then
Yeah.
who's to say? It could have been anywhere at this
Yeah.
point.
God, we'd miss
Don't know how that
we
works.
probably would have collided on the other side of the world then.
Who knows?
Yeah, yeah.
We'd be like literally a whole world apart.
We should go to Morton Hawk.
Go touch some old rocks.
Yeah.
I'm in. Yeah, we should.
Geological rift in the center of North America and south central part of northern American plate formed when the continent's core began to split in the Mesoproterozoic era, about 1.1 billion years ago. The rift failed, leaving behind thick layers of igneous rock, I guess is how you say that, I remember now, exposed in its northern reaches, but buried beneath later sedimentary formations along most of its western and eastern arms. Those arms meet at what is Lake Superior. Crazy.
Yeah. Insane.
Yeah.
We need a good volcano in Minnesota again. I mean,
I'm
come on.
going to disagree with you on that one.
Yeah,
I did
no.
disagree with
I
him,
think
too.
I'm,
No, I just
one
meant
in
like lava
Yellowstone's
links.
scary
I meant like a
enough.
good mini golf course
Oh.
with lava theme.
That's pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That's
You know?
pretty good. Yeah.
Is lava links still a thing?
Do you
remember lava
the,
links?
Oh,
remember the
great
show The Floor is Lava that went like everybody watched during
On
the
Netflix,
pandemic? Yeah, that was pretty good. Got boring after about
I never
10
saw
minutes,
one
but
episode of that.
Yeah.
Not even one.
Nope.
Yeah. Did you watch it, Core?
My kiddo liked it.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Got kind of boring though because it was like adults playing like a couch game. But yeah.
Yeah, it's think of adults playing Legends of the Hidden Temple on Nickelodeon
Well
in the
said,
90s.
yeah,
That's essentially what it was.
100%.
Wait till I tell you guys about the Big Bog.
Oh.
Do you know what the Big Bog is?
No.
You will after this break.
Bog. The Big Boss Man was a badass wrestler. Does that
That's
count?
true, yeah.
More with Ben Lieber and the Power Trip Morning Show after this on the Fan.
From the 1-800 Ask Gary Traffic Center.
Guest coming in to join you today as well, right?
It sounds like it.
Your guy Anthony Harris, right?
Yeah.
You guys cross paths at TCO from time to time, do you not?
We just did this last week.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, last Wednesday we did a little bit of a combine preview show with Tatum Everett. And so that was the first time that we had actually worked together.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about him. I don't think I've ever met him either, so yeah, he should be here in like 45 minutes.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember watching him play, but I don't think I ever crossed paths with him while he was here. I don't think. Who knows?
Well,
Yeah, who knows?
You're gonna.
Yeah, man.
But he'll be here in like 45 minutes.
It's
That'll
going
be
to
cool.
happen,
Right
whether you
on.
wanted to or not.
Yeah.
All right, let's do more of what really matters. Scores and stats around the world of sports, and Chris will change your life with something else.
Got that right.
Benjamin, give me your Olympic breakdown. Did you watch the gold medal game? Where were you? What did you think? 2-1, the Americans beat Canada in overtime. Jack Hughes, the hero.
Yeah, I played it perfectly. I did not get up right at 7 o'clock to watch it, so I watched the back half of the second period and the rest of the game when I woke up. It was great. It was fantastic. I mean, it was just enjoyable to watch. Like literally one of those things where it's almost like sort of like playoff baseball where you're watching every single pitch. Like I would get up from the couch, walk to the kitchen, and just have my neck turned and like walking towards the kitchen, but still watching the TV because I just didn't want to miss a single thing. Yeah, it was great. And then little Wellesley woke up, and then he and I watched the game winner together and high-fived, and then he went to go play video games, and that was it.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds perfect.
But back to the whole like 7-10 puck drop sauce. I think I was up at about 6:20.
Yeah, same.
I wish they would have started the game about 30 minutes earlier.
Yes, you are correct, sir. I wish it started at like 5 a.m.
Yeah,
I
but
would've gotten
otherwise,
up. Yeah.
7-10's fine.
Perfect. 7-10's great. 8:30
Perfect.
football games are outstanding.
Yep. Make
Just
every
outstanding.
NFL game
Yep.
an international
Play
game.
everything in Europe so we can watch it early in the morning. Yes,
Nailed it.
It was great. Rolled out of bed, put on some coffee, watched the game. It was sweet. It was done by like 10 o'clock. Perfect.
What really matters is this.
There's all kinds of different landscapes in the state of Minnesota, including the Big Bog. The Big Bog. Now, Corey, what do you know about bogs?
I know the Bog of Eternal Stench was from the movie Labyrinth, and
That's exactly
if
right.
you touched it, you stunk like ass forever.
Exactly. This big bog is right along Minnesota State Highway 72 in Waskish, Minnesota. Covers 9,459 acres. And it's swamps, bogs, and upland islands. It's basically one giant floating big thing of peat. Not Bursich.
Or
P-E-A-T. Peat.
Papa?
Papa? It's now a state recreation area. And it's quite incredible because you have the Big Bog, which is a giant floating thing of peat, but you also have the Anoka Sand Plain, which is basically a desert in Minnesota where actually, truly, there's sand and cacti grow.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. Look it up. The Anoka Sand Plain.
Look it up, Zacho.
Wait, how many square miles did you say
God.
that bog was?
Let me see. Let me get
737.
it is 9,459 acres.
That's a huge bitch.
It's a huge bog.
Yeah, that is a huge bog.
Yeah.
You've slept with a few bogs.
Wade Boggs.
Oh. Laney bogs.
That's
Oh, man, that's my favorite bogs.
Yeah.
Way more than Wade.
What did you see?
I was going to say
Wade.
something. There's a viral video that was going around maybe last year or year before where all these like boats, pontoons, all these recreational boats got together and pushed this bog because this bog was like floating into this other area. Is that this? Did that happen in Minnesota? Is that the same thing that we're talking about?
I don't think so because maybe it was a piece of that. I'm not sure. I don't know. But this one's real big.
That's a huge bitch.
It's a huge bitch. The Anoka Sand Plain is a sandy valley along the Mississippi River in central Minnesota. It's a subsection of the eastern broadleaf province, as you guys well know. It is generally a flat sandy lake plain, but includes sandy terraces along the Mississippi River formed by glacial outwashes.
I love the desert boards on Mario 2.
Yeah, those are great.
Those are fun.
Oh, no, those are the worst.
As well.
What's wrong with those?
Oh, I
Yeah,
hate
those are fun.
You don't like the
No.
quicksand factor
No,
and
I
jumping
don't
over
like-
the
no,
cactus
no.
or the cacti?
Is that Mario 3 or 2?
Well, it definitely is in 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely better than Rainbow Roads. But I'm not.
You're not a Rainbow Road fan either.
No, I don't. I don't like not having the guardrails.
The new Mario Kart, the
Which
Mario
is
Kart
sweet.
World has, I think, 96 different Rainbow Roads. There's so many options.
Yeah, that's a super fun game.
It sure is.
Yep.
It sure is.
Yeah. Which was it? Mario 3 where the sun would chase you?
Yes.
Yeah. You just spin in a circle after you. Yeah.
Yeah. Because then you would basically race to the end and try to jump up and hit the.
So you have to be greater than the sun.
You have to be greater than the sun. Yes. Are you greater than the sun?
The one that shines on everyone?
That shines on everyone. Exactly. Black, white. The sun does not discriminate, and it can't replace the hatred in our hearts.
God, you've heard
You
that
know
a few
all the
times.
words.
I just never have understood that it basically it says just give up.
Yeah.
It basically says that we have prejudice in our hearts and the sun can't take it away. I'm
Yeah.
like, then what am I worried about? I guess I'll just be prejudiced.
Just move on.
That's what the commercial says.
Yeah.
It used to say, "Don't worry, the sun's going to explode and it's all going to end."
Yeah,
so don't
it
worry
did.
about it anyway. Just be cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Again, we only have like 1 billion or 2 billion years left. It's almost over.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Give
Don't worry
up.
about it, baby.
Just give up.
Is it my turn or your turn?
I don't know.
I think it's mine. You were talking about the bog.
Oh yeah, it was Wade Boggs.
The Gopher women finally lost. They lost to number 18 Michigan State, 75-61. That snaps a 9-game winning streak for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. They shot just 33% from the floor, 6 of 22 from 3. All good, though. Final regular season game is Sunday at Illinois, so they have 6 days off at 2 o'clock. And then Big Ten tournament, NCAA tournament, the whole thing.
Man. Selection Sunday, I think, is 20 days away. 20.
For the men.
That's badass, yeah.
You're badass.
But what really matters is this.
The Hull Rust Mahoning open pit iron mine is in Hibbing, Minnesota. Open pit iron mine that is so large it can be seen from space. We've dug such a hole in the earth.
That's a huge bitch.
Along the Mesabi Range that you can see it from space.
There's a hole in the earth.
3 miles long,
Wow.
2 miles wide.
Jeez.
535 feet deep. Established in 1895, was one of the world's first mechanized open pit mines. You can see the son of a bitch from space.
Wow.
Look, I have a lot of good ideas and nobody listens to me.
Go ahead.
That whole pit area, right?
Yeah,
Hear me out.
go ahead.
Water park.
I see what you're saying.
I think the world needs more water parks.
We make the greatest, biggest, most fantastical water park and we bury the Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And we take every economic dime from Toma and put it whatever is halfway between the Twin Cities and Hibbing and make that the gas station geographical oddity.
Yeah.
I like it.
I do love the Dells, but I
Yeah.
would love the Dells if it were in that giant pit in Hibbing.
I got $20 in my wallet if you want to start it.
That's a good start.
Sauce,
That's a
your
good start.
hands
You got to
up?
start somewhere, man.
Question.
Mike.
I think this is a good question.
Hold on,
What's
hold on.
closer?
Good question.
Thank you, Max. So what's closer from right here? Hibbing or the Dells?
I would guess Hibbing because I think the Dells are from here. It's about 3.5, 4.
Well, I bet Hibbing is.
I think Hibbing's
Hibbing's
farther
5
than that,
or
right?
6?
Hibbing's farther
Right,
than
Zacho?
4 hours north.
3 hours, 14 minutes.
Well, there we go.
Hibbing's closer.
From here.
They might be exactly the same.
I can get from Plymouth to the Dells in under 4.
14 miles.
Yeah, the Dells
the
are
Dells
3
is
hours.
221 miles in 3 hours. And so it's about the same.
About
Wow.
the same.
Yeah. So where would you go?
I'd keep my money in the state of Minnesota.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. I'll go look at that dirty hole.
Wow. You don't have then you can punch the scary monkey or whatever.
Not sure why I had to say it like that.
Would you go head first in the dirty hole?
Yeah,
I'm
I
afraid
would.
of heights,
Yeah.
and I guess more accurately, I'm afraid of lows because it's so far down.
Mhm.
What did the store do to you?
I don't like tools.
Okay, dumb question again.
Go ahead, baby.
These old abandoned mines that fill up with water,
Yeah. Mhm.
are they safe to swim in?
That's all we had back home.
I know, but
yeah,
the
of
question
course.
is, was it
The question still stands.
Yeah, I realize that a lot of kids would do
Yeah.
it, but
Yeah.
is the water technically safe, or is it really contaminated with
No.
metals and stuff?
That's I never
They're
thought
not.
about it.
Raw sewage.
Take a look over here at what the weird shape of my dong.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a
Apparently, it's
weird
not.
dog.
It's mutated.
It is
Yeah.
mutated.
What's wrong with
I
your
know.
schlong?
Looks
I
like
would
a
just-
pig's tail.
It's like a hydra.
I just floated
Why
face
do you have
down.
3 heads on that thing?
Sorry. Some people like it.
What were you saying, Zach? What did AI say?
The United States Department of Labor, Mine Safety, and Health Administration warns that these sites pose extreme, often fatal risks,
Well, they
including
didn't tell us that.
hidden underwater machinery, steep, slippery walls, dangerously cold water, and toxic contaminants. Dozens of people die annually swimming in these, according to the Bureau of Land Management.
I'm going to tell you right now, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
I never did. None of us ever.
I wouldn't either, because it looks so inviting.
No, me either.
You could like jump off the cliffs and all that stuff and the sides.
Yeah.
And the water was always like kind of clear.
Yeah.
It looked really clean.
Sure.
This is a glacial lake.
Yeah.
You get in there and it's basically a Home Alone trap set up underwater.
It's just a floating toilet.
And poop.
Yeah.
I got a correction. That bog that I was thinking of, it was technically in the Brainerd-Nisswa area. It broke off, and it was blocking a beach that they used to train lifeguards. So they had to push it out of the way.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Get your bog out of my training.
Yeah, keep your bog away, man.
Yeah,
Your bog to yourself.
Eternal stench.
Man.
Laney bogs.
Yeah. You know a few ladies like that, Hawk.
And where's Rachel Lee Cook? We've been asking for her for years. Does she ever come back to Minnesota? Come on, man.
She would if you didn't talk about her all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talk about her in lovely ways, though.
Yeah, it's true.
Gentlemanly fashion.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gentlemanly.
I mean, I'm sure Rosie's said something real weird about her, but yeah.
I wonder if she needs acting mentorship.
Mm.
So my turn or your turn?
We're talking about mining.
The Gopher men's basketball team beat Rutgers on Saturday, 80-61. Up next, they are at number 1 Michigan tomorrow, but Michigan did lose over the weekend to number 3 Duke, and I believe, don't the rankings change on Mondays?
I think you are correct, sir.
So who knows if they'll be number 1 by the time we play tomorrow, but temporarily at least. Number 1 Michigan hosts the Gopher men's basketball team tomorrow.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be like a top 5 team, even if they're not number 1. It's going to be a tough game. What really matters, though, is this.
Here's a couple more things about that giant hole in the ground. It's partly responsible for the USA winning World War I and II and the hockey game yesterday.
Really?
Yep. Grilly.
Really?
The hockey player needs a grill now because he ain't got no teeth.
No.
Poor guy. Nice job, dude.
Yeah.
All the iron ore helped us whoop the Nazis. So that's cool. Also, it's responsible for the Greyhound Bus Company. Because the dude who created Greyhound carted the workers back and forth from the mine, and he said, "This is a pretty good idea. I'm going to do this everywhere." And that became Greyhound.
Oh, yeah.
Greyhound is a Minnesota company?
It is. The Greyhound Bus Museum is in
I
Hibbing.
had no idea.
How about that?
Didn't know that either.
Yeah. See, that's what I do with what really
Yeah, that was really
Yeah.
good, man.
Hibbing's a badass town, man.
You know who's from there?
Pat Micheletti,
That's right.
Dusty Mon.
That's right, too.
Kevin McHale,
That's probably right. I don't
Bob
know for
Dylan.
sure. Bob Dylan is the one I was looking for. You're right.
Judy Garland.
Did you know that the reason it's named Hibbing is because the first mining lease was awarded to Frank Hibbing in 1891?
Everybody knew that.
Yeah.
That's
I
fascinating.
did know that.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Frankie?
Mm-hmm.
All right, another good idea that nobody will listen to. We fill up the pit.
Mhm.
It freezes over in the winter, and then that is the site of the 2030 Winter Olympic Games. And we do Canada-USA rematch on the giant pond in Hibbing.
That'd be sweet. A
Thank you.
7-game series. Those teams play in a
let's
7-game
just
series.
leave the ideas to me.
I kind of like just the one game.
Yeah,
All right, sorry.
gives us a better chance
Why
to
do
win.
you want it to be 7 games?
Yeah.
Because you know how fun
If
that
it
would
was,
be.
if it was 7
Whoa.
games, Canada would have
Fun.
won.
That's true.
So we just got to take the win.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I'm not going to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning to watch a game
Oh,
one.
Corey and I would. Not
Perfect.
together.
I'm up anyway.
Yeah, I would watch it.
Ben,
7-10 sports are the best.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Ben, you're the only one with any sense over there, so I'm going to read this to you. Listen to this.
Okay.
In 1920, the original village of Hibbing had to be legitimately picked up and moved 2 miles south because, damn it, there's iron ore under here and we're taking it. So they literally picked it up, all the buildings, and moved them 2 miles away and reestablished the town. Move your ass.
Yeah. Hey, when you got dollar bills under there,
You better believe it.
move your A.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 I'm surprised they didn't just like raise the whole thing, just knock everything down and be like, instead of just picking up and moving, just like knock everything down and
It
rebuild.
would seem to be easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's take a trip to Hibbing. Broadcast live.
Let's do it.
From the pit.
Yeah,
The TV show?
great show. Just
It's a dope town. The
mean.
high school up there is amazing.
Is that right?
Spent a lot of
You
time
like
at the
gold-
Higgin High
why-
School.
Yeah, why do you know
Oh,
that?
you like old buildings and stuff, Rock.
gold
If-
buildings.
Gold
like old
buildings.
historic
I
buildings.
do. I love them. Sure.
That high school is one of those.
Yeah.
I remember some national news did a story on it or something a while ago.
Are you allowed near there?
Yeah, why
What?
do you know that?
It's
Sounds haunted.
What?
it is.
Is it haunted?
The auditorium there is.
Yeah, see, I'm
really
not going.
cool.
Yeah, no thank you.
A house of learning and a work of art is what they call Hibbing High School. It's the truth. How about that, S? Well, I almost cussed for real.
Yeah, you did.
I got real passionate.
Yeah, you're into it, man.
It's probably in
Oh,
the.
man. Hibbing High School looks like something out of a movie.
Yeah.
You
I
do.
think it's on the historic places registry or whatever.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Wow.
Did Bob Dylan go there?
It sort of looks like
I
an
would
insane
guess.
asylum.
What
Notable
house of
alumni.
learning did Bob Dylan go to?
Yeah. I think he went to the U for like 2 days.
He lived down in Dinkytown, which is what I call your underwear.
Population 1.
Barely.
Half.
Barely.
You should pick up and move.
Yeah, I should, yeah.
The auditorium contains
Bogus
a.
Turtle Dench.
Bog of eternal dench. Judy?
It's Judy Dench's cousin.
Oh,
Paul, your hands up.
Judy Dench, Woodhawk.
He'd bang any
my
dame.
gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Any
Oh, yeah.
dame.
Kidding me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Great
Any
dame.
Yep.
Wow. You're getting species confused.
Yeah.
Remember that movie?
Species great.
With,
No,
Natasha Henstridge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She basically was an alien that would just like get naked and like make out with dudes and then kill them.
I'm
Yeah.
saying.
It was worth watching.
It was just some screenwriter that was like, I gotta get a super hot chick naked. What's a reason to do it?
Yeah.
It's an alien. She'll eat him like a praying mantis when it's over. I want to be the casting director.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's pretty much how
Yeah.
that went. I think.
And Rosie, you heard Rosie say, "Take my money."
He didn't say that.
He still has 15 ticket stubs from that
Yeah.
movie's run.
He just went. He Abe Simpson that movie.
No, he didn't even pay for that ticket.
Nope. Open to everybody.
Thanks, Parrish.
He bought a ticket to Clerks and just walked into Species. We'll do the news after this. Anthony Harrison, like 30 minutes. Belinda Jensen later. Musk later.
Wow, what a show.
I know it's loaded. Ben Lieber's here. It's the Power Tree Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan.
From the 1-800 Ask Gary.
Details at KFAN.com, keyword golf.
Yeah, way to go, Saucer.
There's Saucy right there.
Look at
The Meat Sauce.
Hi.
How did the comedy go?
It went really well, man. It was super fun. Cato Ballroom is a great spot. Good amount of people. Very nice people. It was super fun, man. Great spot.
Oh, I love the Cato Ballroom.
I think
I must.
Mussy.
Hey guys,
Hi,
good
Mussy.
morning. I got a chance once to sit with the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
Yep, their poster's up on the wall somewhere there, yep.
Yeah, so they were performing there, and then I was going there. I was working in promotions and also on the air at Country 103 in Mankato at the time. And so I'm putting up banners and stuff like that, and they're doing their sound check. And the band just goes, one of the guys is like, hey, you know where we can get a beer? So I snuck in and grabbed some beers for us, and we just sat there swinging legs right on the stage with the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. It
You
was
look
the
like a guy that could get beer.
coolest moment ever.
Yeah, they read the room.
Yeah, they were like,
I'm
that
surprised,
guy.
That
I'm
guy
surprised you
knows.
used to have beers in your backpack.
Yeah.
No, Ben.
What?
I don't have a problem.
No. You just,
I just know-
you're well prepared.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm a solutions guy.
you're a real seasoned pro.
That's what you are.
Yeah, man.
I don't think you mean that, but that's nice.
How dare you?
Can't spell
I do mean
problem
it.
without pro.
Pretty good.
All right.
Pretty good.
All right, I'm going to take a picture of this and send it to you guys.
Oh, no. Is this the wiener?
Oh my God, why are you taking your pants off?
So he was looking up that penis in that show. And
Oh,
he
Night of
wrote,
the Seven Kingdoms.
He wrote House of the Dragon Hug Dong because he didn't spell
Hug?
it.
H-U-G?
Missed the
I
E.
misspelled it.
Yeah, it was
Wasn't
funny,
it
though.
second episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, where all of a sudden he helicopters outside.
I mean, you can't
of
believe it.
His little hut.
Hold on, I'm sending it to everybody. Don't worry.
Yeah. Make sure that one guy sees it. I want to hear his response.
But that one guy.
Tommy.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you, Cor.
okay, yeah, sorry, you're right. I'll put Tommy on.
He's seen it.
Yeah.
Tommy's seen the show.
Yeah. Just send it to the Power Trip Effers and just write good
I
morning.
don't think I'm going to do that because
Yeah, don't do
there's a
that.
couple ladies on
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But let's see. Ben,
So if the other guy is
Ross.
named the Tall, why
I've
would that
never
guy
seen
be
it.
the Dong?
I mean,
Yeah.
look at that.
I don't even know. I've never seen it.
And what? I mean, that's
Jeepers.
so far.
Holy smokes!
That's so far back that they could only come up with a
My
nickname,
God.
the Tall.
It's the House of the Dragon.
What?
right?
What? Jesus!
No.
Why is
I
that?
told you. I told you.
No, it's
My
not.
God!
Yep, that's a rope.
Yeah.
How does he wear shorts?
It's cartoonish for it like fits the character perfectly too. It's hilarious.
That's got to be a prosthetic.
Of course
sure
it's
it
a
is.
prosthetic.
I'm sure it is.
100%
It's a
it
tibia.
is.
If there's
Yeah.
a God, it's a prosthetic.
It goes to his knees.
It literally does.
Man, if I'm that actor, I'm like, don't ever take this off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you definitely asked to recut that scene multiple times. You guys want to do a couple
Yeah.
takes? I don't think I got that
Yeah.
one.
It's a good point. It is cut.
Yeah.
Dang.
What if he actually walked out in that scene and was like, it was a little cold. Sorry, guys. Can we do this again? I got to warm up.
That thing is massive.
I tried to tell you, sweetie.
Yeah, and he's a grower too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That show got better every episode. That shot is from the start of episode 2. But man, it was definitely worth the watch. I'm so glad I didn't give up on it. It got better and better and better and
I
better.
watched
Now
the
it's
whole
done.
thing, yeah.
Now it's done. You watched last night too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. I binged through those first 3, and then, of course, I saw the Donger, and then
The
everything.
donger.
The donger from 16 Candles.
How close are you to giving up on it?
Not close. I was just bored. I was just frustrated. Like, where is this going? And then
Because
once
you wanted more of this. You wanted
Yeah.
more. You
No,
wanted
I just
more of him.
The
wanted
first
more
3
schlong?
episodes, it's just a lot of like, I'm gonna enter this tournament. It's like, you've been saying that for 3 episodes. Like, when is something gonna happen? And then when stuff actually starts happening, you're like, man. Now my guess is the first 3 episodes are actually better than I thought they were. If you go back and rewatch them, once you see where it's going. I just didn't like the pacing, but that's nitpicking because it
And
was
you know
definitely
the whole
worth
thing
the
about
wait.
egg and everything else.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the wait. The build-up's worth it. It's if they had been hour-long episodes, the action would have started midway through the second episode. That's fair.
Right.
But since they're half hour and you have to wait a week at a time, man, this is like 3 weeks where there's not much going on.
Yeah, that's a
here.
good way to look at it, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, man.
worth it though.
Man.
But now since it's Thrones, we have to wait 17 years for
Yeah.
season 2.
It's too bad because that's real good. It's real good.
I'm surprised all the episodes are only 30 minutes.
Yeah, me too.
I think a couple of them were pushing 40, but they aren't an hour like House of the Dragon or Thrones. They were quicker. I think George R.R. Martin said he thought this was going to be just like a movie almost, a standalone movie, like a 3-hour film, but they split it into a series.
The kid who plays the main character is real good, man.
Yeah, they're both great.
Yeah, the little kid
two
who plays
main
the egg
ones.
too. But and when the old witch says what she says, that's pretty crazy, man.
Crazy, yep.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
a great scene.
And then the guy walks out with an enormous dog.
Paul, your hands up.
He said witch?
The old witch, Woodhawk.
Yeah, she's basically at a Renaissance festival telling fortunes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go.
That's his demo.
I want to say this just so you guys know this going forward when you raise your hand over there. If she looks like she smells, I'm out. I'm out.
If she looks
Yes,
like
I
she
do.
smells.
And you know a witch in the bog of eternal stench
stinks.
No, but she's wearing like that tight bustier thing where like really.
No, this was more of a cloak.
And I'm gonna look at it. I'm not saying I'm not going to look at it.
Yeah.
But everybody stunk back then.
Plus, she was with Sir Pennytree, and he ruined her.
Yeah, that's the guy's name.
Yes.
Pennytree.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I get why, but yeah.
You know what's real gross about the times back then?
What's that?
I mean, let's keep in mind that everybody is just disgusting, right?
Walking
Everybody
in mud.
just
Everybody.
stinks.
Yeah,
Like,
everybody. Yep.
It's the rotten teeth.
Oh, God.
Golly ma. Like, there's no way.
God.
How can you just like roll over and want to get after it when there's this cabbage pale kid breath coming out that's just.
But again, the hardest part about personal hygiene in like the Middle Ages was the White Walkers and the dragons, right? It's hard to brush your teeth. This is historic fact. Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
I don't have time to brush my teeth. There's dragons flying around.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Man.
But if you have meth teeth as well, then what's the difference?
No, I get what you're saying.
that is true. The thing is, like, it's
Good
not like
point.
I'm the only one that goes to the dentist and brushes
nobody's
my
minty
teeth.
fresh.
Right. Nobody knows. Nobody knows that
any
minty
different.
fresh breath exists.
No, you don't even know any different.
I bet there was a lot less kissing than they show in Pride and Prejudice, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they didn't know that there was an option to be better than that. That was as good as it got.
Yeah, I understand.
Hell yeah, man. Get in there.
I don't know.
Just get after it
I don't
first.
think it still smells.
Like, I don't want to kiss my gal and then be chewing her food.
Oh, gross.
I don't think there was a lot of wooing back
Notice
then.
Hawk didn't say anything.
No wooing? You don't think there was like
I
a
think you just
modern
went
amount of kissing?
right-
You
you
just,
went right to it.
Nobody Ric Flaired?
You just threw it in there, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. I don't know. Medieval foreplay, I guess, didn't happen.
I love that big Hawk when you were watching Thrones and you said Kim basically said, "No, when is this supposed to be again?
I know.
Like what year?
Yeah. Yeah, like,
It's not a year. There's dragons."
yeah, but I
love that bit.
I made myself sound much cooler though when I retold the story because in real life I was like,
I'm
Good
sorry.
question.
I think that's a fair question. Okay, if you take the dragons out of it, in what era would that be?
hard to take the dragons out of it.
No, I know, but
I mean, then it's what
90% of it is like looks like it's medieval times.
Sure.
But then like 10% of it is dragons. Okay, take
Right.
that away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then what era are we talking about here?
Yeah, medieval times. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I
Back
would
in
guess
the,
somewhere.
Yeah. Monty Python
Yeah, what
times.
century would you guess if you take the White Walkers and the dragons out? I don't even know.
I'm not-
1800s when they built it.
Way earlier
like
than that.
1200 or
That's what
something?
I was
Yeah, I
thinking.
would say
Right
something
around
in
there.
that range.
Yeah.
Back in the
Yeah.
round table
I was
days.
talking about the pyramids being built.
Oh, the pyramids being built. Yes.
Yes.
No, this is pre-pyramids.
I
Yeah.
agree.
18. What did he say?
Was it
18
Kurt
1800s or something. Yeah. Who knows?
No,
Who
it was
knows?
not Kurt Bills.
Was it Kurt Bills?
No, sir.
Man.
All right, I'll give you one more news story because it's supposed to be the news, but I'm going to tell you something because I find this really interesting. You know how like you ever like look through the science stories just because there's always something fascinating, right? And they found a dinosaur bone or they got a new form of bacteria or whatever. There's always got to be that one scientist. And when I read these stories, I'm like, that's pretty interesting. But how did they come up with the idea that they wanted to try that? And it has to be the one scientist in the building who does a lot of drugs. There's got to be not great scientists in the world. I'm sure there's a million of them. They're smart, but they're not great. This guy decided to give octopuses MDMA to see what would happen.
What?
It's true.
Oh, leave the octopi alone.
Exactly.
Why?
Scientists conducted experiments where they dosed octopuses with MDMA. The study was originally published in the Journal of Current Biology, examined how the recreational drug impacted on the sociability of animals.
And
MDMA, also known as ecstasy, for those of you not partying, hugely popular in the drug scene, especially at raves, works because it binds to transporter proteins in your neurons and creates a feeling of euphoria. I need to try this. I'd like euphoria.
I think it eats holes in your brain too.
Yeah.
But I think probably one time is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Octopus is a highly intelligent animal, and study authors observed how their behavior changed when they were given MDMA. As human beings, we like to know where we came from. MDMA is an amazing tool for studying social behaviors. How did the octopuses react? The study put 2 spot octopuses, which are normally not a particularly social species, and put 2 of them in a tank together and gave them MDMA.
Jeez. What a party.
Way to Cosby these poor
In the tank, one octopus was under a mesh pot, which meant that the 2 could touch and interact but couldn't hurt each other because they weren't sure what would happen, you know? With the sober octopuses, the free octopus typically spent most of their time in the opposite side of the tank to the one under the pot. That's what they always do. But when they were placed in a tank containing dissolved MDMA, their behavior saw a marked change. The octopuses appeared to relax. They were chilling in the water. You could tell that they were visibly relaxed. And then they moved their arms, and then they moved through the water, and then they started doing somersaults. They also did not avoid the mesh basket with the other octopuses like they did when they were sober. Instead, they were far more open to approaching each other, even trying to touch each other. And then they tried to embrace through the container. The study suggested that the regions in the human brain which are connected to social bonding might be another result of an evolutionary accident. Maybe somehow, somewhere, we ran into some kind of drugs that made us want to get it on.
I feel like this was like an unnecessary experiment.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Something about
this
it.
is the druggy scientist going, wonder what would happen if we gave them the MDMA.
Let's try this.
See if they tentacle each other.
You could find 2 willing human participants that would want to try this.
Of course.
Yeah.
Euphoria? What's that like?
Oh.
Yeah. I think, don't they call it the love drug?
Yeah, it's ecstasy for a reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does it hurt you?
I don't think it's good for your brain.
Yeah.
Makes you
Thanks,
want
Skelly.
to touch an octopus.
Yeah.
Amazing hot rods.
Well, he wants to do that.
Of course. God, those things are smart.
They are.
Yeah.
And now they want euphoria all the time.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that if Tommy took this, that he has a potential to be touching lots of tentacles.
Yep.
I'm going to think that he takes it about every 3rd Thursday.
Yeah, I'm going to guess he's tried it.
Don't say that. Of course he has.
Allegedly.
Anthony Harris is in the building. We'll talk to him in a second. Michael J. Mussman III is here. Ben Lieber is here. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
Yeah.
I can't believe that he still lives here in Minnesota, but apparently he
What's wrong with Minnesota?
must have married a Minnesota woman.
Yeah.
Because by law, you must live in Minnesota at some point if you marry a Minnesota woman.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Anthony, is that the case?
I guess that's the case. Minnesota nice.
Hi, Anthony. Good morning, man.
Good morning,
How are
guys.
you?
Good to see you all.
You guys just hung out this week, Ben?
Yeah, we did
You guys
last
did?
Wednesday. It was
Mhm.
great. Yeah,
Had a-
VEN Studios.
Yeah, we had a great time in there.
Yeah, it was
Talking
great.
ball.
That's a good spot, man. They did not go cheap when it comes to that giant studio at TCO.
Oh no, it's the best.
It's a real
Yeah.
deal TV studio. It's
Very
awesome with
nice.
the big auditorium and stuff. It's sick.
Yeah. No, it's sort of, if I understand it correctly, when they built it, they definitely like did their due diligence and they wanted to make it like a state of the art place. I think a lot of other teams came through because they wanted to replicate it. It became sort of the standard when these teams are building out their studios. They're like, well, we need to go tour the Vikings because they did it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Anthony, what do you do with the Vikes now? Are you just starting to dip your toes into the media world with the Minnesota Vikings, or what are you doing?
Well, over the past year, I've been around a little bit, doing some podcast stuff, very lightly, just keeping up with the team, off season and stuff like that.
Awesome. Now you got to deal with Ben in general and Musk tonight, apparently.
Yeah, I'm learning from the pro here. You know? It's like I'm a rookie in the game now. You know, I'm taking a look at what he's doing and keeping up in some of the stuff he's doing some great things. So we had the pleasure of getting together last week and talking a little ball.
I know.
Awesome.
Do you get excited? Because I know there was a time where when I was recently done playing, I didn't jump into like the combine and the evaluation parts of it. Is that something that you're like naturally interested in?
Yeah, I just think for me, just like player evaluation and just kind of how it all comes together from, scouting the talent, scheme wise. I've just been kind of looking at it from an overall thing. Last year, I talked a little bit more about free agency, not as much about the draft and stuff like that, but that is a fascinating piece and seeing how that translates and how the scouts and executives, vet talent and the directions that they decide to go.
Yeah.
How different is the combine, though, from when you guys went through it? Like, it's significantly different, right, in terms of, like, who participates, what they participate in. What do you guys see differently from now and then?
Well, I think for me, it's somewhat been the same. I think there's a little bit more of players coming out behaving in ways that are more of like professionals with business decisions and things like that. But in terms of, the numbers that guys are putting up, it seems like they just continue to climb. But I think the mental side of the preparation and the details that goes into the preparation has just continued to evolve.
Yeah, I would say, definitely the athleticism, the whole like bigger, faster, stronger thing that just continues to like progress every single year. I mean, every generation I think is just gonna be a better athlete than the former generation. But I think in some ways there definitely are, to your question, like less guys participating because they kind of know their draft stock, they kind of know their draft value, and like, well, I'm not really gonna increase my value if I just go out here and do my 3-cone or my 40 or whatever, my bench press. Like, I'm good. Like, my tape's gonna speak for itself. The thing that I don't love right now is there's so many guys that get the coaching on the meeting side of things because every night there's meetings stacked upon meetings. Like, you got to meet with all these teams. You get a list of all these teams that want to meet with you and interview you. These guys are becoming like robots. It's like you're never getting a real answer.
Yeah.
That's the thing I don't like. Just be a human being. Like, these guys just want to talk ball with you. They just want to like talk to you like, hey, tell us about your family. Tell us about this situation that happened here when you're at this college. Hey, why did you transfer? What was the thought behind that? And everything is just so contrived. Like, nothing's a real answer. That's the thing I wish they'd get away from. Like, I know that some of these guys, like, they want to protect themselves. They don't want to come off like they're just a big, football idiot. But at some point in time, there's got to be a blend of like, that's a human being that plays football versus like, that's just a contrived machine that's just been rehearsing and acting like a football player, acting like a human being.
Yeah. I think it's just the environment, going through the process. You're in different meetings. Some questions get repetitive. Every now and then you might have something that pops up and surprise you. And so I just think that environment, it breeds a very professional, analyst breakdown type of environment. So that's kind of the nature that the players responds. But I found, as you go through the different meetings and you've got a few under your belt, it starts to kind of settle down a bit. And then also, if you get an opportunity to come into the facility, if a team invites you in for, their top 30 visit or whatever it is, that setting tends to be a little bit more, relaxed. The player is kind of able to kind of, let his guard down a bit. Because ultimately, you're being evaluated at every second. Something you say, something you do could possibly just come off in a bad manner that you may not want to present. So I think as guys go through it, they kind of get the feel of it and they kind of understand a little bit more. Just kind of, they can be themselves and really show who they are as a person.
Anthony Harris is here on the Power Trip morning show, and we are going to be doing an event here tonight. You came into the Vikings in 2015. 2019, you had an unbelievable season, so amazing. But then you also went to Philadelphia. So Vikings fans versus Philly fans.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think they're two different fan bases. I just always think back to my first experience coming in as a rookie and being in that outside stadium. That was something that I truly loved as a player and as a competitor, just growing up watching the game. It kind of just reminds you of old school football. And so for that, I kind of miss that era, walking out, the fans in grueling cold weather, but, they're drinking beers, they're getting ready to go, and they're excited. And when the game kicks off, they're ecstatic. And so making that transition was something big for me when we went indoors. But then we came out with, the skull chant. And so stuff like that is really moments and different cultural things within the game that you feel and that represent, the organization that you're with. So I was glad that we did that. But being in Philly is different. The fans, they're cheering loud and they love you when you're doing well. But kind of like any other fan base, when you're not doing so well, they let you know for sure.
Is it harder to distract yourself and insulate yourself when they are so there's so much passion for the game? I mean, if you end up playing bad and you feel some of those criticisms, we all know, when you play bad, already that you played bad. You don't need a beat writer or these fans to tell you that you played bad, but they're notoriously known to be hard on their players. Can you actually feel that? And is it harder to kind of insulate yourself during the course of the week from that negativity?
I think it depends on the player, kind of your years of experience and different markets that you've played in prior to college. And social media now, how much that's grown. So a lot of guys really get themselves in trouble. We all have a bad performance here and there, or we don't play to the expectations that we meet for ourselves or fans have for us. And so it's really just about, handling your business, doing what you're supposed to do, focusing more on the preparation week to week and not being so much on social media. So really not riding the wave. You have a great game. There might be guys who go online, they want to see what the fans saying and they love it. And then, you can have weeks later where you kind of have the opposite end of the spectrum, and that's where you really get yourself in trouble. So, I think in any fan base, there are going to be people who are extremely passionate about the game, and they're going to vocalize their opinions about the game. And so I really just think it's more so in how the players handle it. But Philly's definitely notorious for, letting you know when you don't have a great performance.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's Anthony Harris. We'll come back. We'll do Vikings news. Sauce, you can maybe even walk us through some of the other sports as well. Man. Anthony's going to hang out for a little bit. Belinda Jensen in an hour as well. Ben's here. Where's this event tonight with you and Ant?
We're doing this at US Bank Stadium, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
What's the event?
The total event is a game day staff celebration that we have going on. So when you go, that game day experience that you have where you got the snow falling down, you got the Gallahorn, you got all that stuff. They do such an amazing job. It's one of the coolest ways to start a game in all of the NFL.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
And we're celebrating those folks. And it's going to be a fun event.
Right on. All right. More on the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
From the 1-800-ASK
Welcome back. Power Trip Morning Show. Here we are. Cast of Thousands main studio, and over here, Mussman and I over here. Zacho's back in his room.
This isn't nearly as farty as I hear normally.
No, they make things up. I don't fart very much.
No, you did.
You
did. Yeah, you crop dusted me once.
No, that's not true.
Well,
Please, we have a guest in here. Please, I'm trying to
don't
impress
be
him.
weird,
Please, I'm
Buzz.
trying to impress him.
Don't freak Ant out.
Yeah.
Do you prefer
he's
Ant?
safe
Do you like the
over
nickname
there.
Ant?
That's fine.
Yeah, some people call you Ant.
Yeah, people call me Ant.
Ant's a cool nickname.
Yeah, it is.
I like that bit.
Anthony Harris, our former Viking in studio with us, good friend and of Ben Lieber, which I didn't think Ben had any friends.
I
mean, it's the weirdest thing ever.
It's hard to be around.
So that's the
I
first
know.
thing I can't get around. But
Miserable.
You're from outside of Richmond, Virginia, right?
Yep, that's correct.
And I believe, did you go to the same high school as Denny Hamlin, current NASCAR driver? Do you know? Is that a true fact?
I am not sure. I have to fact check that myself.
I know he's from that city. I know he's from that city. Did you ever, in fact, go to lovely Colonial Williamsburg and visit the beautiful Busch Gardens Williamsburg amusement park?
Yeah, I have. I'm a big amusement park roller coaster guy, so I've been down there to Busch Gardens as well as Kings Dominion.
I lived in Norfolk, Virginia for about 3 years, and I loved going to Williamsburg. That place was awesome.
Yeah, and I also go down there for some crab legs. They got like a nice little crab leg shack down there. Yeah.
Tell you what, there's
Buffet.
just great food everywhere around there. Love that place. Yeah, Norfolk was fun. Virginia Beach, awesome. Did you spend much time there?
No, I didn't spend a ton of time down in Virginia Beach. Most of it was spent just like playing sports. So, I avoided the beach and, stuck to the football field and the basketball courts.
Lots of great high school football and basketball in Richmond, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun. So there you go. Of course, you guys are doing an event together tonight, Mussman. But I believe what Anthony was saying was that he's seen you enough for one day. So maybe back off a little bit.
I understand.
No,
I get it. My wife says the same.
No.
How was your high school football team?
We were pretty good. We won a lot of divisional championships. We went to the regional championship, won that a few times, but we weren't able to win a state title when I was there. So I always make jokes that I must have been the problem. They won like 3 in a row after I left a few years later.
Damn,
so,
yeah, you were the problem.
Yeah,
Why are you
man.
holding the team back?
I don't know what was going on. I mean, they switched me to quarterback my junior year. We made a good run. I got hurt in the last game, so that kind of broke my heart seeing everybody's faces. It's like, this is the year, and then I get hurt, and then we end up losing in a regional championship my senior year. Yeah.
Any other NFL players on that high school team?
No, but we had a
Or
few
college?
we had a few guys from that era during that time who was able to make it. We had a linebacker, Curtis Grant. He was ranked like one of the top linebackers in the country at the time. He ended up going to Ohio State and played in the NFL a little bit, but not on my particular team, no.
Yeah, there was for some reason, the reason high school sports sticks out so much to me when I lived in that area, I think is probably because Allen Iverson lived there in Hampton, Virginia, which is by Norfolk, Virginia.
Yep.
And he was the scream of that entire area, but as a high school quarterback.
Yeah.
Basketball as well, but more about football, what I remember hearing about him as a high school football player.
Yeah, he was extremely talented. As a kid growing up in that era, that was kind of one name that really jumped out just for his pure athleticism, on the football field, on the court. But just that Tidewater area in general, honestly, being up from Richmond and just an hour, 2 hours away, I got to tip my hat to those guys. When you start talking about Virginia football for a while, the Tidewater has done a great job with putting out a number of players who were able to go on to play in the NFL. But we are growing down in Richmond. Over the past few years, we have 5 or 6 guys who currently still play from that area. So we're trying to catch up, but we're ways behind.
Yeah.
Well, let's do Vikings news. It's actually a lot of sad news, but still I want to get a couple of former Vikings opinions on the news over the weekend, if you don't mind.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Redco.
Your truck accessories.
And Ben, let's start with you because you played with Roniel Whitaker. Former Viking defensive back Roniel Whitaker died at the age of 46. Played with the Vikings in 06 and 07, a couple of seasons, 27 games with the Vikes over those 2 years. And again, a teammate of yours.
Yeah. So we were together when I got here in 06. And, it's one of those things where it's tough because, he and I weren't close after he got done playing. But, I think that we were, fairly close when he played and he was on the team. I mean, he was a guy the way to describe him was one of the like brightest spots in the locker room. Like that's the only thing that I can say. He always had a smile on his face. He was funny. He was jovial. I heard other people say like, here's a guy that's never had a bad day. Never had a bad day. Like no matter what happens. And, it's rare to find guys like that. As Ant knows in this league, like, a lot of guys, you ride this emotional roller coaster up and down based on your performance. I mean, it could be from Sunday to Sunday. It could just be having a bad practice on a Wednesday, and you feel down about yourself. But like, man, Whit was, he was one of those guys that like, you could always count on he'd brighten up every meeting room. He'd walk in with that smile and this laugh, and he was trying to make people laugh. He was always in good spirits. Hell of a guy. So, I mean, it's unfortunate that would happen. I know it's not public what happened, and I'm certainly not going to talk about it because it's a family issue. But yeah, it's tough. It was sudden. It was tough. It was unexpected. So I definitely thoughts and prayers to his soul and his loved ones and everybody that's around.
Absolutely. I had the opportunity to meet him a few times over the past 2 years. Being out of the game now, coming to a lot of games, going into the alumni suite. And the one thing you mentioned about with his energy and just being a ball of energy and never seeming like he had a bad day. I remember the first time walking in, I just see like this bright smile. He comes over, we start talking and we start catching up, and we connect with college rivalries, me going to UVA, him being a Hokie, a Virginia Tech guy. And so we talked football and stuff like that. And he just talked about my game, and we connected from that. And then coming back games later and being in the presence of him, he just had great energy, and we just had a great time watching games and talking ball and things like that. And he was always smiling. So when I got the news, it was definitely like a down moment of like, man, I can't really believe that. But yeah, like you said, thoughts and prayers to his family as well as they go through this tough time.
It is 46.
Yeah,
the other one over the weekend that was shocking. Former Vikings wide receiver Rondale Moore died this weekend at the age of 25 from a suspected self-inflicted gunshot wound. Dislocated knee with the Falcons in 24 that wiped him out for the entire year. And then last year in the preseason opener for the Vikings, a season-ending knee injury. So,
yeah, I mean, it's tragic. It's avoidable. That's the thing that I think that hurts the most is like, this is just a larger issue with everybody. I mean, there's always somebody that you can talk to. There's always somebody that, I think, you might feel like you don't have any other way out. You might feel like there's a loss of identity. You might feel disconnected from who you think you should be and who you are. And, I just think that everybody knows that you should know that there's help always. And the sad thing is like from some of his buddies that were really close to him that have come out, like he seemed like he was in good spirits, And I know that us as guys, most of the time you reach out and you're like, hey man, you good? And you're like, yeah, I'm good. And we don't poke and prod too much. And we're not going to sit there and then lay it out on the line and say like, oh no, I'm not doing great. Here's all the things that I'm dealing with mentally. I know a lot of guys just aren't wired like that, but we need to get to a point where maybe to your closest friends, you can start opening up and being a little bit more vulnerable about how you feel, and we can help each other out and hopefully avoid these situations because he just, I didn't know him specifically and personally, but from what I have seen from him, from everybody else reaching out is like another great guy that unfortunately just, took a tragic turn.
Yeah. I think, as Ben kind of mentioned, it can be tough at times. You talk about a guy who's, had a pretty solid career, but then to go out with 2 injuries, and ultimately, guys can put a lot of pressure on themselves. Not only to perform at your level of expectations and kind of like where you see yourself in the future in terms of play and different things like that, but also just securing a future for your family. That pressure can mount, and so. Kind of like Ben mentioned, it's extremely important to, just be aware, be vigilant, and actually, maybe prodding a little bit, whether it's in closed settings or whether it's, in this generation, you're on the headset and you're gaming with just you and a few friends. really just checking in on each other. So that's something that I pride myself on now as a guy who formerly played, just checking in with a lot of guys who I know are still playing, checking in with guys who are no longer playing, understanding that transition, and really just trying to be there in a way that's supportive and just, hey, keep your head up. It's tough. I never really spoke about it much, but during kind of like my COVID year, that was kind of like a tough year for me. And I tell people a lot of the times, that was probably one of my hardest years, if not the hardest year in the NFL. And not just, playing football, but, obviously there's COVID policies. We kind of want to stay distant and it's a little bit more isolated in your home and there's really less travel with family and friends. But I know for me, it was just really just connecting with the guys on the team, understanding and kind of seeing other guys go through it. Nothing really related to football, but more so just not having those outlets, not really, being able to, hey, I'm going to go out to dinner and, grab some food with my family, grab some food with my significant others and things of that sort. So really just, kind of staying close-knit as guys in the locker room and then also reaching out as an older veteran guy, reaching out to guys who we know are going through injuries because they're going to be isolated anyway, not due to COVID, but, they may not be in the facility quite as much. They may not be in the meetings. So really it's just having more awareness around it. That way, you can try to be supportive as much as possible.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, well said.
All right. On a much lighter note, we've done this over the years with a handful of Vikings, including Ben. I want to try this with you, Anthony, if that's cool.
All right.
I'm always curious how well players know their own careers. Like whether it's just all a blur or if you kind of dwell on like, oh, I know exactly what happened there or this or that. So this is all Wikipedia. If this is wrong, just tell me. But this is what Wikipedia says. Okay. Do you remember who you picked off for your first career interception?
I believe my first career interception was against the Cardinals, possibly.
Do you remember who the quarterback was?
Josh Rosen.
Nailed it. Josh Rosen is the right answer.
Right.
Well done.
I remember that one.
Later that year, you picked off a quarterback twice in a game. Which quarterback was that?
Later in the year, twice in one game.
Mm-hmm.
The only person I remember picking off twice in one game was Matt Ryan, and with the Falcons.
That was the next
year.
Yep.
Possibly the Bears, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who was the quarterback?
The quarterback was Trubisky.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
Right.
Picked off Trubisky. Now this will make Ben Lieber's day, even though this is your career. Your first career touchdown was a pick six off of what quarterback?
Russell Wilson.
Yes. Got him, Ben. You got him. Yeah. According to Wikipedia, you had 3 interceptions in 2019. All giant name quarterbacks. Russell Wilson is one. Actually, hang on a second. Let me make sure this is right. 2019. Oh, you had 6 interceptions that year.
Yeah,
hang on.
That one threw me off. I was like,
yeah, you had 6. So
well done,
two
man.
against
Sweet.
Matt Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
One against Dwayne Haskins.
Wow.
Do you remember the other 3? So Russell Wilson and then 2 other big names.
Phillip Rivers
and
Aaron Rodgers.
Got it.
Yep.
Man, you know your own career pretty well. That was very
good. Do you
good.
keep the ball?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you have all of them?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You
that's
have
sweet.
all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
What do you do with them?
Right now they're in a case. They're in a football case just at my mom's, waiting to put my man cave together here in Minnesota. So I'm just holding on to them. Was fortunate enough to add Tom Brady to that collection and kind of checked off the boxes for the quarterback era of Phillip Rivers and Matt Ryan's. And I look back and I'm like, am I getting old? Like,
yes.
I didn't get any
The answer
Patrick
is yes.
Mahomes or anything like that, or Justin Herbert. I'm like, missed that era, guys.
Well, if the Bears had drafted right, you probably would have picked off Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. You got Tom Brady when you were with the Eagles. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow.
That's really cool.
That's very
sweet.
cool, man.
Yeah, I would hang on to that one.
Yeah.
Man.
He didn't sign it, though. I didn't ask him either.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I wish that I had in my era was the jersey swap.
I wish you'd had an interception or 2.
Come on now.
Maybe 17 years ago.
I think I had
maybe not a PI.
one.
Oh.
Did you have one?
I had
you had one in the Dallas game.
I had a couple.
Yeah, the Dallas playoff game.
I,
It was great.
I had more sacks than interceptions.
And has like murderer's row of big name quarterbacks. So he's got them all.
I don't even know the names of the quarterbacks that I picked off.
We should look that up.
No, we shouldn't.
Did you ever do the jersey swaps?
I've done a few jersey swaps. Most of my jersey swaps were guys that I played with in college and really had a strong relationship with. And then as I went on, I had some jersey swap with some other guys who I just thought were great players.
You have those in a case somewhere too?
Right now, they're all like stacked up neatly in a box, and I'm having to put that wall together.
I was going to say, if you don't man cave these up pretty soon, you got to start auctioning these things off. That's what my wife always says about my baseball cards and basketball cards. She's like, what are you going to do with them? I'm like, they're going to be worth something. But she's like, when?
Yeah.
When?
No.
Are you going to sell them when you're 80 or are you going to sell them now? I'm like, I don't know. So they're just collecting dust.
And when you do the jersey swap, do you have to pay for those jerseys? Does the team just go, no, we're good. We'll get you another one?
A few of them I've actually requested that they put in an order, weeks prior. I'm like, hey, I got 2 guys that, I'm swapping jerseys with after the game. And, I get a little invoice for it. Some of the other ones I'm not quite sure. I just assumed that, I would get the invoice for them later. So if they took care of a few of them, I'm appreciative of that.
Do you have to pay for the football?
No. Oh, the football, no.
Okay.
No.
When you do a jersey swap, is that something you ask like pregame, like when you guys are all out warming up, or is that like a spur of the moment thing?
I mean, for me, I think it was just a mutual thing with a lot of guys that I actually played with. Morgan Moses, he played for the Patriots. When we played a few times, and a number of other guys, more so college guys that I spent time with, who were either before me or after me.
Yeah.
And we kind of just, kept a good bond, tried to give each other as much insight on how to, be a professional and continue to improve our careers. And that was all the sentiment was really about with the jersey swap.
Hey, were you guys listening earlier, Ben? Did you hear the part where we were talking about Jack Hughes' teeth?
Yeah,
and then
what
we were
about
talking about Mark Parrish's teeth and about how
Yeah.
each tooth that got knocked out was insured by a different NHL team. So like if he goes back to get that tooth fixed, he has to invoice or that specific team. Like what's the NFL dental plan like? Like if somebody I don't know, like if you guys had your teeth popped out while you were with the Vikings, do they still cover that now? What's the dental plan like?
I think well, no, because you only get coverage for 5. I mean, it's really 6 years after you're done playing.
Yeah.
So
Isn't that why
it's
Phillip Rivers went back?
And it's from the league,
Started
not
the
from a
clock
specific team?
It's
How does that
it's
work?
the league-wide. It's a
League-wide,
league-wide insurance
regardless of
plan.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the NHL just doesn't have that. Just league-wide insurance.
Especially with all the teeth they lose. Because
Well,
Perry had to go to every team he lost a tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He has
you
to
would- yeah, you
mark
would-
them.
Yeah.
They're actually the same color of the team he played for.
Poor Perry.
Jack Hughes scored his golden goal with a shattered smile. He says, I looked on the ice and saw my teeth. So
Oh.
we now know they came out of his face, not down his throat.
Pick them up.
Tough.
Yeah, man.
Pick them up and auction them off.
But I'm telling you what, man, obviously it's well worth the pictures that he will have.
Yes.
I mean, those pictures with him holding the flag and like the celebrating with the broken teeth and the blood in his mouth. I
Yeah.
mean, you can't get a more iconic picture.
Yeah.
It's the
It's
most
iconic.
hockey
Not at
picture
all.
ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah. It
It's
was
the best.
outstanding.
Man, that was great, man.
They're showing a guy on ESPN right now that's taking a chainsaw to his TV after
Yeah, he's a crazy
Canada
Canuck.
lost.
Yeah, I questioned when I saw that video, like, what is going on inside his cabin? Like, what is going on? Like, there's pieces missing from his roof or from the ceiling. There's a recycling bin full of like beer cans and sodas. It looks like there's.
It doesn't look safe.
Yeah, there's firewood just stacked in the middle of the room. I don't know.
Looks like Muss's garage.
Oh, go ahead, Mussy.
Oh, okay. Can I ask a really stupid question?
Please.
Hell yeah, you're good at
Anthony Harris, thank you. We're talking about the Olympics here. I want to know the 2-man luge.
All right.
What former Viking teammate would you team up with, and who would be on top?
Okay.
Muss, you guys have an event tonight. Don't derail this. What are you doing?
Let him answer the question.
Calm down, Zach.
Man, I'm not sure, man. I mean, I had a lot of great teammates, a lot of great guys. Harrison Smith was my guy when playing. Also, Eric Kendricks. Those guys were great players. Had a great time on the field with them. A lot of great moments watching ball, talking live. So those are probably 2 dudes who I really connected with in terms of, when I was playing.
The goal, it's got to be a sweet spot, right? Because if we're being serious, don't you have to go absolutely ballistic for like 7 seconds and push off as quickly as possible? Where it's like 6 or 7 seconds. So you got to have somebody that's fast, that can get out of the blocks quickly, and then doesn't weigh 900 pounds, right? So you can't say like
I
Pat
disagree.
Williams.
I think having Pat would be great.
He needs to be on bottom though.
Hey, listen,
He's
man,
not going to run fast enough. By the time you get that thing moving,
come on
You
now.
don't run on a luge.
No, come
Pat
on,
was
dude.
faster than he looked.
Started.
No, I'm telling you, you watch the first quarter of every game and you watch Pat hustle down the line, like that dude could move.
There's no chance he fits in a bobsled or a luge or like a skeleton.
So you might have to modify your
chance.
luge.
Yeah, come on, modify the luge.
You understand the physics.
Yeah.
Like the more weight is going to be faster speed. Like our top end speed is going to be blazing
It's going to take you
fast.
2 minutes to get him in the luge. The race is over by the
telling
time
you,
the thing gets moving.
I'm going Pat.
I'm
He'd be my two-man luge partner.
I take Anthony Harris and Harrison Smith, and you can take Pat and yourself, and we'll see who gets to the bottom first.
You wouldn't understand what he was saying, but still, Pat's the guy.
All he's got to do is just push off.
That's right.
Pat Williams was
Just
outstanding.
give me a 10-yard sprint. That's it.
Yeah.
I think you'd have a better chance if you just get in there by yourself and let Pat push you as hard as he can and then go.
Yeah,
but I think it only
but then-
counts if you both cross the line.
Yeah.
Though. He's got to get in eventually.
If he's doing that, I'm going to get Linville to push me.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Good choice.
Yeah. Anthony Harris, this may be a weird question, and I feel weird saying it because I don't think I've ever said this to anybody. I think Mike Zimmer liked you. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think he liked me. He didn't want to actually tell me, but I think we had a pretty good relationship. We didn't have a ton of deep conversations, but when talking when talking ball, he was great. He pushed me to reach the expectation before I was actually a full-time starter of just what the expectation was coming in. Teams not or the defense not taking any steps backwards, and so I prided myself on that. And when I did a great job, he just told me, "Hey, great job." It wasn't too ecstatic, but I know he appreciated it. Was coming from a great place, and then when there was something that I could do better, he'd let me know too as well. So I appreciate his style of coaching. It pushed me to be better, and there's a lot of guys who embraced it as well.
It's one of the best parts of being undrafted, right, is when they give you the spot, it's earned, right? It's not just like assumed because, well, you're a first rounder, we have to play you. It's like, no, you're undrafted. You got there because you earned your way there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it may take a little bit longer, coming from a guy who's undrafted. You may have to continue to prove yourself here and there a few more times. But that's just the nature of the beast. Coming in as an undrafted guy, it's really just like, hey, I was a productive player in college, came out hurt, and so I understand my talents and I understand I have to earn, my spot on the roster and show why I'm supposed to be here. And so I try to do that as best as possible.
All right, that's the voice of Anthony Harris. Muscle ask him other weird questions tonight at the event.
It's going to be fun.
That was a good question. I like
It's
that.
the most Vikings country question of all time. I love it.
It is.
Love it. More with Anthony Harris, Ben Lieber, Mike Mussman, and more. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
By just a little bit as well. Some big news from Bell. So lots going on. Short segment here, though. So we'll hit some sports real quick as we still have our guests in the studio.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip.
That's right.
All right, the story everybody's talking about is the U.S. men. They won gold in hockey 2-1 over Canada.
Yes!
Thanks to Matt Boldy in regulation and then Jack Hughes in overtime. First gold medal for the U.S. men since the 1980 Miracle on Ice team.
Was it Kurt Bills?
No.
No.
He just said no.
Oh, were you listening?
Hellebuck was unbelievable.
No, Anthony, let me ask you a question. It's a two-part question. Part one, did you watch the game yesterday?
No, I didn't watch it.
You did not. Okay, well then part two is, if you could name any former Viking that you would want to be pairs figure skaters with, who would it be and why? No, that game was just spectacular yesterday. So again, no Sidney Crosby for the Canadians, but who cares? That's the breaks, man. That's how it works, buddy.
Yeah, them's the ropes.
Sorry, Canadians.
I absolutely I cried. I cried.
I believe you.
Were you watching the game?
But I also, yes, well, there's that. Yeah. That was me just stepping out of the shower. No, but 1980, I was 8 years old. And it was the first time I ever saw my father actually weep. I've never seen him do that.
Was he watching the game?
Yes, he was also.
Did he step out of the shower too?
Did he look at your report card?
But
Seeing him step out of the shower.
But it was so amazing. And I mean, Faber hits the double doink. Are you kidding me on that one? I've never seen that before.
Unreal.
It was just such a great game, and holy goodness, just the women and the men both winning gold and the way that they both did it. You're never going to see that again. I'm guaranteeing that.
Zach, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
How about you going viral now with Barstool with your post?
Wait, what?
Dude, go to Barstool Sports. They posted your thing from the Blaine Super Rink.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it says from Zach Halverson.
Well, I'll be darned.
Wow.
That's got 7,000 likes right now.
It must be nice being Zach. He just
Zacco.
anytime he posts something, it goes on national TV.
I know. How about that?
Zacco.
He gets a lot of national publicity for tweets.
You do?
And whatnot.
Way to go, Zacco.
Way to go, Zachary.
Yeah, that was really cool. I was just off Live Barn. You can go in the archive. You can see, and there's just teams, everybody watching the game on the ice at all rinks across the state, and then all celebrating and cheering and interrupting games and stuff just to recognize the gold medals. So
sweet.
What do you guys like better, and what does it say about me that I like them equally? The celebrations from the bars across the country, the Americans losing their minds. I like just as much watching the Canadian fans drop their jaws and basically pout in shame. I think they're equally fun for the same reason. You guys have a favorite? Would you rather watch the celebrations?
Even the guys on Team Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
the stuffed animal thing is all time.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know.
What is that about?
I was confused as well.
But there are a few of them that immediately, as the camera panned, they just like put it down on the ice or on like the bench behind them.
Man, again, the eye roll from Nathan McKinnon is just epic. Like,
Yeah.
What? Don't give me a toy. I just lost the gold medal. I don't want this.
And like when you lose the Super Bowl, you just leave the field.
Yep.
They had to stand there for like a half hour waiting.
Well, you got to get your silver medal.
Yeah, there is that.
And I think there's one thing to stand there after losing and trying to take it all in and use it as fuel to, move forward in the future. But then you handed a stuffed animal. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Why?
I think that might be the toughest part after losing.
Did
Bring
Drake
him to the
May,
locker room. We'll just pick him if we want him.
Did Drake May get a Labubu after the Super Bowl?
Brilliant.
Like, here you go, buddy. I don't think so. But again, they got to be worth something. Put them straight on eBay.
Yeah.
Anthony,
Got to be worth something.
I hate to ask the question this way because I'm trying to find the information, and I don't want to. I hope I'm not putting you on this. You were still on the Eagles when you guys were in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So as we're talking about what is, that's tough, right?
It's tough. You go through the entire preparation leading up to it. You're executing in the first half, and then second half you come out and then you don't get the end result when the clock hits zero. And so for me, it was just about a moment of like kind of just taking it all in. Seeing the other guys on the sideline celebrate, watching the confetti come down, and then looking around at my teammates and seeing guys, some guys taking in moments, some guys, trying to reach out and give handshakes and congratulate guys, and other guys just deciding to leave the field. And everybody handles it differently. But I think just being there, seeing the experience, and just taking a moment to understand how close you actually were. And the one thing I always tell people about, I believe it was 2018 or 17 when we lost to Philly in Philly to play in the Super Bowl in Minneapolis. As a younger guy, I tell people all the time, I didn't actually realize, and it's going to sound kind of crazy, that I'm like, we were one game away. And it was the idea of we were taking it one game at a time, focusing on just that game that we had coming up that week. And so I never took a moment to really look that far ahead and understand that if we win this game, we're playing in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
That's how focused I was, and a lot of guys were, on winning that game. And so from that moment on, I decided to take a little bit more time after each game in different moments and really just understand where we really are, where I am in the position that I'm in, be grateful for it, and then understanding what's the next step from there.
In case you guys don't remember, 38-35 loss to the Chiefs in that Super Bowl.
Oh, man.
Yeah. What was that flight like home the next day? Like, what happens from the Super Bowl, all the stuff? I mean, both winning and losing teams, but obviously, so you were on the losing side. So, obviously less celebration.
Yeah.
But you spend the night, and then what, like a 9 o'clock flight the next day? And then is it just does it feel like a funeral?
It's a weird dynamic. You lose. And like any other game, you take a flight back, your family's not there. You don't spend that much time with them. So it's more of a quicker transition in any other game. But in the Super Bowl, your entire family's there, or you have a good number of support people who flew in for the game. And so afterwards, everyone's not just going to their home. They're in a hotel room. And so different people are just kind of hanging out in the lobby or hanging out in the room, and you're really just going through that process, with your family. And then there are other guys who decide to, hey, we lost, can't change it, it's kind of in the past, and they go out and they kind of just have a few drinks and try to, soap over the moment. So everybody handles it differently, but it's kind of a weird feeling and a mixed bag of emotions.
What about the emotions of stomping the 49ers in the NFC Championship game and knowing you're going to the Super Bowl?
Oh, it's one of those things where the team's just rolling. The team's rolling, and then you're like, you don't really quite. It doesn't hit you until the Fetty comes down. Like, there's a feeling of, hey, we're going to the Super Bowl, but then there's also like a kind of a surreal moment once you see the confetti kind of fall down, and then there's family on the field, and there's all the performance and the staging and things that are rolling out afterwards to kind of celebrate that win. That really kind of solidifies, okay, now we're going on to the next stage.
Wow. Who was the halftime performer the year you were in the Super Bowl?
I can't quite remember.
Which means you didn't come out early and take a peek at it then, right?
No. I remember it was someone where guys was like, oh, I'm gonna peek out, and they were kind of joking, saying, yeah, I'm gonna have to try to see if I can. And
then there was nothing.
And it was nothing. But from there, it like the process of longer halftimes, staying loose, and you're really focused on how can I be prepared to come out in the second half with the extended period of time that you have during the halftime show.
Rihanna.
Yeah. Oh, it was Rihanna.
Riri.
Yeah, it was Rihanna.
Wait, so what was it like being on the field, on the defensive side of the field, when the Minneapolis Miracle happened?
I just remember being on the sideline and just thinking about, like, I'm a guy, until the clock hits zero, we always have a chance. And so the first thing I thought was like, how this game has been with a lot of ups and downs and a lot of excitement. I'm thinking, we're returning this kick. Like, that we're returning this kick. It's going to be an amazing moment. And, he looks like he's about to spring, and then he gets tackled. And it's like, well, okay, now what's the next possible scenario? And I'm like, we can make a big play downfield and get out of bounds and kick a field goal, try to send it to overtime. And from there, he catches the ball, and I'm like, okay, we got time, out of bounds, because you don't quite see.
Yeah.
Just look on the big screen, and then you see him look back, and you're like, wait, there's nobody around. And he's like, he's actually going to score. And so from there, it's just a crazy amount of emotions. Like, wow, I thought that it would be a possibility. I'm like, there's no way our season could just end like this. And I'm sure that that's a moment that they had. But fortunately for the Vikings fans and myself, we were able to pull it off. So it was definitely a wild moment.
Wow. Great stuff.
One of the
man.
best. One of the best
the
moments
coolest.
ever in the franchise.
Very
Super
cool.
fun.
Yeah, man.
All right. When we come back, Belinda Jensen's going to join in like 10 minutes. But another segment of the Power Trip Morning Show. We go commercial free after this. Anthony Harris, former Minnesota Viking, is here. Ben Lieber is here. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
Your entire sports feed all in one.
Looking to score tickets to the biggest games and concerts in town?
Sure as hell am.
From the Minnesota Wild.
Well, let's do it.
To Santana.
Amazing hot rods.
The Doobie Brothers.
Amazing hot rods.
Chris Stapleton. And more. Your chance to win is waiting.
Bills?
You can see Kurt Bills at KFAN.com. Keyword contest if you win. Good luck. There's
Yeah. The kids are playing while the adults are doing stuff over there.
We're all shaking hands and slapping backs. We're meeting everybody.
Wow, what
This
a
room's
big
packed,
morning.
man.
Look at this. What a
Anthony
big morning.
Harris is here. We've been talking to him for like the last 50 minutes or so. Ben Lieber is here. Good morning, Ben. Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
And Chris, yesterday you sent us a text. You said, hey, we got somebody else coming in tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, yeah, who's that? And you're like, well, Belinda Jensen's going to come in. Hi, Belle.
Good
How are
morning.
you?
Good morning. I'm good. It's a beautiful sunny morning. 3 degrees? Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Anthony still lives here. He loves Minnesota. He loves this weather.
Yeah, that's right.
Like Virginia.
Now, everybody is like scratching their heads. Why would Belinda Jensen lower herself to come to the Power Trip Morning Show on a Monday morning?
I have to say that I have never been invited to your game. What initials? And
You're welcome anytime.
And my son plays it at Maynard's, every Tuesday night?
Wednesdays with sauce, right?
Wednesdays,
Yeah. I knew I liked you.
So
Is he
I'm
good at it?
thinking, he did win one week.
Okay. Wow. Love it.
So I'd like to maybe.
Yeah,
I
no,
just
we'll get you
wasn't
in the mix.
invited, so here I am. I invited myself today, I
Love
guess.
it. That works
Very
on this
welcome.
show.
Yeah,
Well,
that works.
Lee Valsvik invited me.
Sure.
So let's just say that.
Yep.
Well, she's got open, she can do anything she wants. She's Lee Valsvik. But and now especially because we have a very, very big announcement from you. And I mean, you're going to have a little time in your hands. You can play anytime you want. Would you like to make your announcement?
Sure. Here it is. Yes, so KARE 11 just announced it at 8 o'clock, but I am going to be retiring from KARE 11 in a little while. So the retirement announcement came out today. I've been there for 33 years and
Unbelievable.
been doing this weather thing for 36 years. So I'm calling it. I'm calling it today. And of course, I'm going to leave right before tornado season. Perfect. Because I'm not dumb. And so May 2nd will be my last day at KARE 11.
Wow. Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's a hell of a run.
Beautiful.
I know.
Thank you.
Unbelievable career.
I started when I was 25, and people say, "Okay, so was it what you always wanted to do?" And it's funny to think about it because I actually wrote a term paper in 10th grade and interviewed Paul Douglas on the phone, and then ended up getting an A on the paper and got his job. So
Wow. Yeah.
That's a hell of
That's
a paper.
a dunk right there.
eventually, I mean,
Yeah.
So I mean, I interned for him in college, and so it's kind of an interesting thing. Like I never thought this is what I was going to do. I thought I'd go into education. That's what my goal was with meteorology. But I fell backwards into television in Salt Lake City in 1990, and came here when I was 25 in 1993, and now I'm just. Well, I'm done.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love how you said you fell back into television.
Well, I did fall. I did. I fell backwards into television because I wasn't really going to do that. Once I interned at KARE 11 in college, and I saw how beautiful. I mean, I was there, in the heyday. Okay, so it was 1988. It was Paul Majors and Pat Miles and Diana Pierce, and the newsroom was packed with all of these amazing professionals and these beautiful women and these wonderful anchors. And I went, I don't think I can hack this. I don't think I'm going to do this. So then I went and got a master's degree to be an educator. But then I decided in Salt Lake City that one of the stations wasn't so good. And I thought they maybe needed a producer. So I showed up there in my sweats. And then the morning guy that they made me train in skipped town. And that's how I got into television.
Wow.
No kidding?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to him?
I have no idea. Probably dead.
You got rid of him, didn't you? It's time. You're making big announcements. Now you can admit you got rid of him.
She does weather. She doesn't do investigative reporting. Who cares where that guy is? It worked out for her.
That's great.
She says probably dead.
Probably
dead.
His name was Steve. Well, you know what?
Yep. See you, Steve.
R.I.P. But yep. So anyway, that was what happened. I trained him in. I was the producer. I trained him in. The main weather guy was a wannabe game show host. He is on the Game Show Network now.
Oh, who's that?
His name was Dave Nemeth, and he And so the station, let's just say, did not have a lot of meteorologists that were working there in Salt Lake City. The other stations did, but that one didn't. So I trained in the new guy. He lasted 2 weeks. Morning show launched 1990. Kind of, if you're launching a morning show in 1990 in the 41st market in Salt Lake City, you're probably not a very good station.
Yeah.
Right? And they hired him. His name was Steve, and I trained him in, and then he stopped showing up about 2 weeks in.
So, Belinda, you were on our show for years. Absolutely loved having you on the show with us. Heinz made me go and give you flowers and presents for one of your birthdays, but didn't tell you, so I just showed up at your door. That was a weird moment.
I remember that.
Weird morning. And
I was at my house because I did a K102 and Cities 97 and KDWB from my house back in the day. We'd have a microphone in the house.
Yeah, and your tiki parties were legendary.
So much fun.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
Such a
I
good
can almost
time.
remember a few of them.
So if we can back up
Classics.
30 seconds, though. So hang on. Muss is going to go with the excuse that Heinz told you to show up at Belinda's door with a
I was
bouquet of flowers.
terrified. I love Belinda, and I was just like, oh, my goodness.
That sounds like you shot your shot and now found an excuse to say why you were at her front door with flowers.
But the look that she gave me when she opened the door was like, oh, no.
No, that's not true.
Not you.
I just think I was honestly, in a robe, but like
Yes.
with my cup of coffee going, what did I do wrong and why are you here?
Why is Muss here?
Why do I
going on?
deserve this?
Oh.
Belinda, though, how long did you grind thinking about, retirement and wanting to get to the spot where you go, all right, I'm done?
It's care has been this blessing in my life, no question. 33 years at that place. I started out as the weekend meteorologist and the host of the Saturday morning show. And in those 33 years, they let me, of course, do the franchise of Grow with Care, work for Ron Schara, do Minnesota Bound. They let me go to the Olympics in Salt Lake City for a month with a crew of 7. All of the opportunities that Care let me do in those 33 years were phenomenal. And then I became the chief, and I've been the chief for 18 years, and I've got this team of meteorologists under me that I'm really proud of. They're all my former interns, which is really cool since I interned there too. And it is a great place to work. Golden Valley is home to me. I've been there for so long. And it's just time for me to move on to another chapter, and I just need to do something other than the 5, 6, and 10. 5, 6, and 10.
Sure.
5, 6, and 10. So I'm looking forward to a lot of fun things moving forward.
And you're not related to Bobby, right?
Well, we argue like we're married, but we are not married. His true wife, God bless her, Phyllis, yes. But one thing, that was a wonderful relationship that we've had for now 30 years, learning everything about growing things. That my thumb became a lot less brown and a lot more green over the years. That was a wonderful thing I had a chance to do, and so I love him. I have great people I work with. I mean, all the people in the past, Randy and Eric and Dave Schwartz, and then, of course, now Julie and the whole team at CARE, Chris Sarapsky and Rena and Lauren. And, I mean, it's a family over there. So it was a difficult decision, but I'd been thinking about it for a long time. So
You know what's nuts too, and tell me if you agree or disagree. But I'm a pessimist when it comes to almost everything. But the evolving state of media with radio and TV. I think 30-year careers in TV is going to be beyond the exception moving forward, right? Like our generation is probably the last one to have what you just did. So it's pretty cool that 33 years is a thing that was even possible.
it was very, very different. And really, I started 36 years ago in 1990. So you're right. The entire business, the entire structure of the business has completely changed. And now, of course, back in the day, you would prepare that 7-day forecast and you would hold it and you would spend lots of time on it. You maybe wrote a column for a paper, and then the first time people would see it would be at 5 or 6 or 10, and it was must-see TV. What's the weather going to be like, or what's the head, the lead story? And now, of course, the second you get that forecast done, you better believe it, because you're going to throw it out on every single platform, every single minute, every single day. Because the way the world works now is everyone wants instant gratification. They want their information. They want it now. So it's such a different formula, I should say. And yeah, it is. I think you're right about that. I think people will evolve and do different things. I don't think local media is going to go anywhere. There's always going to be local weather. There's always going to be local sports. There's obviously so much local news going on that's so important that people need to be aware of. So it's just changing. Where do you find it? What platform do you find it in? And the cool thing is you can now find it on demand, obviously on all these streaming platforms, KARE 11 Plus, you have KFAN Plus, everything, right?
We have all kinds of things. We don't even know. We don't even know the names.
I don't even know our poll letters anymore.
Sure. Yeah.
Belinda, is there a weather event that stands out for you that you had to cover or were
and if you
awesome
can't-
enough to
and you
cover
can't
it
say
for
the-
us?
And you can't say the Halloween blizzard.
I wasn't here then. I was
Okay,
in
good.
Salt Lake City when that happened.
Good.
91. No, you know what? I have a few. One that probably will stick in my mind forever is I worked weekends for the first 13 years that I was there. So it was a Friday, and we would send Ken Barlow, who was the chief at the time, to go do these fun Fridays. And they would send him, this is how old this was, they would send him in the helicopter to a festival. And this festival just happened to be in Brown County, which, by the way, folks, is a long ways from here.
Yeah.
It's in southwestern Minnesota. So they sent Ken Barlow to Brown County because the weather was, there was going to be a few storms, but it wasn't going to be severe. At least that's what we thought. So I'm backing him up. He's live. I'm backing him up. I've been there for 2 years. It's July. I think it was July 23rd. It was a Friday. And the 6 o'clock news was wrapping up. And all of a sudden, this line of storms got very angry very quickly in western Hennepin County, like in the city, just knocking on the door, west side of Lake Minnetonka. And tornadoes just started coming down. And they couldn't get Ken back. So I went live to talk about tornadoes that weren't supposed to happen, brand new here. And in the next 4 hours, I was live for all 4 hours doing the weather as tornadoes were ripping through the city. One of them, in fact, developed on our sky cam on our building. There was a funnel cloud coming down on 169, and all of a sudden I go, oh, and then now it's a tornado, folks. There's a tornado on 169. And I was really new, really green, really nervous, didn't have an option, had to roll 4.5 hours, 13 tornadoes.
Wow.
That was amazing.
And you pulled it off. You did it.
I'm not sure I did, but I was on TV the entire time. And then I had to go take a shower. I mean, it was
and a cocktail.
And a very big cocktail. You're right. Yeah. And I was like, get back here in that damn helicopter. I mean, come on.
You know, I think after all of this and the 3 decades plus that you were on TV and you had this job, I think it's appropriate for Muss to ask the question that he asked Anthony Harris. Because it's a really hard-hitting question.
The two-man luge
I
bit?
think people really want to know. Yes, so Muss, go ahead. Ask Belinda your question.
Well, no, you got to understand, Belinda, I know you love the Olympics, and especially with your skiing background and your kids and everything else, so you must absolutely love that.
I did watch every minute. Of course, it is a KARE 11 thing, but I watched every minute. Michaela Schifrin. Of course, yesterday morning, I was crying. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I just blown
So,
away.
yeah, you'll have this answer right off the tip of your tongue.
Yeah. So if you were going to be a part of the two-man luge, who of any of your coworkers would you want to do the two-man luge with, and who would be on top?
Well, does it have to be a girl?
No.
Oh, okay.
Big strategy.
No, you're trying to win.
I mean,
you're trying to
the
win.
thing is, Julie is my best friend there, but and she's a strong girl, but I would need someone a little bit.
See, yeah, think it out.
She's kind of dainty. She's dainty, you know. I'm not dainty. Let's see. I mean, can it be former?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely,
I like this. Well, the guy, with probably the longest legs that could do it, that would be into it, would be, of course, Eric Perkins. Perk play.
Oh, yeah,
Perk
yes,
play.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
There you go.
he could do it. He would, or Dave Schwartz. He's got, he's a hockey guy. He's got those. He's strong.
He knows the blades.
He knows the blades. Maybe he would. So one of those two men, probably. Not Shaver, because Shaver would just wimp out.
That's Belinda Jensen. And again, she has announced this morning after 33 years, she'll be leaving KARE 11 and retiring from the television. Speaking of the television, And he mentioned the tiki parties. I have this blazing memory in my mind of our very good friend Frankie V.
Oh my goodness!
When Anchorman by with Ron Burgundy was a big deal. If you guys remember that party, and you know what I'm talking about. But I want to go away from that. I want to ask you this:
He never got out of character.
He never got out of character
ever. Had a burgundy suit on.
Oh my gosh,
it was so funny.
Amelia
wanted to kill him.
She was going to kill him. I thought it was over that night. But that said, when you first got there, you talked about that team, Paul and Pat. You guys were rock stars. Talk about how things have changed. I understand you guys are still big rock stars, but there was nobody bigger than the local news team, especially the #1 news team. What was it like to be a part of that team?
When I got there, well, I interned there, like I said, in '88 when it was amazing, and I got back there in '93, and so Paul was still the main anchor, of course, and Pat and Di, and then, of course, Julie came along. But the amount of reporters we had, the room that we had of unbelievably talented reporters. I remember distinctly when I got there, we had a reporter in every continent. Doing different things. We had Bernie Grace at the Berlin Wall. We had Diana Pierce in Kenya because of hunger strike and a story there. Eric Olson went to Antarctica to talk about something that was Minnesota related. I mean, it was a time when, of course, there was a lot of money in news and everyone was watching. There weren't any other places to watch the news. There weren't, Netflix wasn't around. There weren't any places to actually take your eye off here and there. So everyone watched. And I remember very well that when we had ER on a Thursday night, we'd have friends in ER on a Thursday night. We would get a 54 share, and it was printed back then. And they'd slap it on a wall, and then so ratings would come up. Let's say February, May, November, the big months. And once we got the first Thursday and we got the 54 share, we're like, okay, we just won.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter because of must-see TV, because everyone was watching back then. I know it sounds crazy, but everyone was watching. And they couldn't watch it there were no DVRs. I mean, they had to watch it live. So they would watch it and then they would watch us. So there was big nights. In fact, one time ER was so big and they couldn't send a news person. So they sent the weather girl. So I flew to Chicago and they sent the 4 top NBC affiliates down to Chicago to interview the crew, the stars, the actors. So I had a chance to interview after they were shooting a baseball scene between the ER and the fire station. Okay. And they were shooting it in the middle of Chicago on a baseball field. So they only could do that once in a while. Otherwise, the studios were in LA. So we were on this field. It's 3 a.m. The shoot wraps up. And then they gave me a chance to talk to Anthony Edwards for a minute. And he walked away. And then George Clooney grabbed 2 folding chairs and we went out into the middle of the outfield. And I sat and talked to George Clooney, like, what has happened?
As one does.
Wow. But I mean, this was when he was on ER and he wasn't obviously as huge as he is now. But now I think back to that and I'm like cracking up that it's 3 a.m. and I'm in the outfield. And I think I'm still just the weather person. And here I am talking to George Clooney. But that's how big ER was.
And for our younger listeners, not the Anthony Edwards for the Timberwolves, the one from Revenge of the Nerds and ER and Top Gun.
Yeah, right.
That
right.
Anthony Edwards.
Which is also an awesome Anthony Edwards, just not this Anthony Edwards.
That's exactly right.
So
yes.
did you ever, I don't want to put you in a bad spot either, but people always joke about when weather people get stuff wrong, it ruins their day or their plans or whatever. Did you ever have somebody like extremely pissed or threatening because you said something that wasn't the case, and then it's like, I planned this because you told me it was going to be nice, and now they're, threatening to, burn down your house or something. Did it ever get dark or dangerous?
This week or last week?
Is it honestly a constant problem or not really?
Well, I mean, I think Minnesota folks are pretty savvy about the weather. They realize it's the chaos theory and we're just trying to figure it out. They realize that if it was perfect, they wouldn't even need a person to do it. They would just get it off an AI model or something like that.
Right.
But yes, absolutely that happens. I think the time that it happened the worst to me that I remember very distinctly was Father's Day. And it was supposed to be, it was June, of course, Father's Day weekend. It was supposed to be nice. And there was a slight chance of rain, but it looked like it was going to miss the city. And I was on Saturday morning talking about it. And then the next day, Father's Day, there was a doubleheader Twins game. And everyone went, and it was this huge thing. I was there. and it was absolutely pouring.
The whole day.
Everyone was soaked wet, and I'm just like, I'm going to. Oh, it was just. I felt so. I mean, of course, I don't bring it, but I do deliver it. It is my message. So you have to live it and you have to believe it because you're the one saying it.
So you ruined Father's Day.
I did. I ruined
Way to
Father's Day. So now every time Father's Day comes up, well, guess what? I'm leaving before Father's Day this year. I'm out. I'm out. I can't do it.
Belinda, you once told me about how people would come up to you with all the coats that you have. You have so many coats. But how people would, more than the weather being an issue, moreover going, I think you wore that coat last Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, they logged them. Well, so I do the weather I do the weather outside, of course, in the KARE 11 backyard, which has been there. It's my office. It's the best weather office in the world because you better have it right because there's full transparency. I mean, you walk out, you didn't forecast rain, and it's pouring on your head. You better explain yourself. So, and that's what I love about the KARE 11 backyard for so many reasons. Plus, it's beautiful back there. There's a lot of varmints, though. I mean, a lot. I'm just really happy that I'm top of the food chain because there's tons of varmints.
What's back there?
Oh, so in my years there, okay, so
have Ron Shira shoot them.
Well, I wish, but it is Golden Valley and we have a couple fences. I'm not sure it's good. But we have, there was a possum the other day, tons of birds. Of course, there was a lot of raccoons that come in when we have all the pumpkins, owls. These huge June bugs that I brought in one time and put on Randy's head. He wasn't very happy about that. Anyway, so I do have a bunch of coats because I work outside, 7 months out of the year it's freezing. So 33 years of doing that, you kind of gather some coats. And so I do kind of have a coat collection that I am auctioning off. And the auction starts on Sunday.
I was going to ask that.
You want to buy one, Anthony?
I'm just thinking, the inventory with the coats, it has to get kind of, excessive. And so I know some of it's maybe sentiment from, some of your first broadcasting moments. But I was just kind of wondering, what were you going to do with that afterwards?
Yeah, so I thought, I did think with everyone's, liking this one and that one or whatever, I decided to put together a coat auction. It's going to be on the ICA Food Shelf website. The ICA Food Shelf is a food shelf that feeds the entire Western Metro. Remarkable organization that I've been involved in for a very long time.
Nice.
So it's going to be a 1-month auction on their website, a silent auction. There's 37 coats, 20 hats, 12 scarves. So go at it. March 1st.
Wow.
We're doing a story on it tonight at 10. So I'm excited. And of course, all the money will go to me. No, all the money will go to the food shelf. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Chris, buy one of her hats.
You kidding me? I'd love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a few, and I did make sure they're all clean and they have buttons and everything else. I mean, the weather's only on for 3 minutes, so I literally wear the coat for 9 minutes a night. I mean, they hold up. Usually.
All right. So with about 3 months to go, are you in the I don't give a bleep mode yet of I'm in cruise control?
Are you gonna say you want to know the weather? Look out your window.
No, it's gonna be warm. It's gonna be cold. I don't know.
Here's why I ask is because Zach Halverson, who's 2 studios over now, I don't know if you can see him. He has a couple of dreams. He's a storm chaser. He loves tornadoes. He loves the weather. One of his dreams is always
apply.
I'm not smart enough.
One of his he's always said he's not smart enough, but his dream is to do a newscast, a weather newscast. How do we just have you at some point in the next 2 months go kick your feet up, have a drink while you're on camera, and just go, Zach's going to do the weather. I don't care.
Yeah, you've had 33 good years. Might as well ruin the last couple.
Yeah, correct.
Who cares? Let Zach do one.
Who's this Zach? You know what? Absolutely, he should come over. I mean, we're not that far from here.
Exactly.
Come on over, 5, 6, and 10.
We don't have interns anymore. So if you guys still have interns, that would be great.
No, we don't either. I'm hoping we get that back. It's terrible. I agree. Yeah. That's how I got here, being an intern.
That's how most of us got here.
So I sure hope we get that back. But yeah, he can come on over. Not on a weather day, though. I mean, there has to be blue skies. Because if there's actually weather, can you handle it?
Well, what if we do the bit just like you were talking about? You're in southwest Minnesota, then tornadoes hit out of nowhere, and you throw Zach in the mix and say, figure it out,
You know what?
kid.
It would probably go fine. I mean, it would be great. Or maybe not. I'm not sure, but we can try it. We can try it.
We've asked another station, and they were like, "Absolutely not. We take that serious."
Channel 5 was like hard pass.
Yeah. They were like, "No way, no way."
That's because it was another station.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
we'll do
weather
it.
Said no
People
as
take
quick
weather
as
seriously,
possible.
man. I get it.
We'll do it.
I know a former Viking who might be one to do it as well.
Anthony, you
think
wanna
got
get into
something
weather?
for it or what?
I don't know. Weather, possibly, maybe. Not too sure about it. My big thing, I wanted to go back to when you said you had the opportunity to go live for 4 hours. Was that kind of your welcome to the, weather broadcasting moment, or was there another moment?
Well, it was certainly eye-opening, that's for sure, because I had only been there, like I said, just a couple of years, and then with 13 tornadoes hitting the city, everyone was watching.
Yeah.
So they were used to watching, Ken, and then I was his backup, and so I just did it for 4 hours. So yeah, it was trial by fire, big time, and so it worked out.
Yeah.
It worked out. So, but you never know.
Yeah, never know.
Obviously, with 13 tornadoes, that decision to break in and do that programming is easy. But, for those other days where there is severe weather and there is a big sporting event on or something like that on NBC.
Or Jeopardy.
Or Jeopardy. Who makes that final call of when you guys actually break into coverage with weather?
Well, that's an interesting question. That has evolved quite a bit over the years. But we do, the FCC actually, we have to break in, but it doesn't mean we have to stay on. So now with our Plus platforms, we can just break in momentarily and then head over to KARE 11 Plus. And if people really they're being affected, then you can go over there. But it's thankfully our news directors and the people that run the newsroom have given that authority to us. So we are the ones who decide if it's warranted that we're going to break into programming. But of course, if the Olympics are on or the Super Bowl is on or, I know we don't have the Masters, but let's say the Players Championship or whatever. And, KARE or NBC is now doing all the sports.
Mm-hmm.
They have baseball on Sundays. They have the NBA again. So we do have to be cognizant of that for sure. So we have created ways where we even have like the crawl. If there's a bunch of scores on the bottom during an event, instead of having the crawl just cover that up all the whole time, we actually push that back, or we put the crawl on the top of the screen because the crawl, we have to do that.
Yeah.
So, but yes, we've had long discussions about when you break in, when you don't break in. Do you break in for, a hailstorm or some wind, or do you just wait until there's a tornado? It depends. Every single storm is different, but you don't want to break in for too long if there's a major thing going on. It will not go over very
Don't
well.
ruin my Jeopardy.
Yeah. Are you always on call? Like, is it always an opportunity where you have to go in? Like, if you're out of town, no. But, like, there was the time this summer where all those big storms came and, like, Ian Leonard's on at, like, 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Is that where, like, you just are like, I got to go up and go to work because this is important?
Well, Ian doesn't sleep. He has a cot in the back there at Channel 9. And no, Ian's great. I love Ian. We're good friends. We have 5 meteorologists, and we are all on a tag team call situation during those severe seasons.
Yeah.
And so absolutely. So once the watch is posted, at least 2 meteorologists are there. And then once the warnings start popping up, we tend, on big days, we have 3 meteorologists there.
Wow.
So you work on your days off, but then I make sure everyone gets time off.
A couple moments left here for Belinda Jensen, who's calling it quits after 33 years here. And what is the last day?
My last evening newscast will be April 30th, which is a Thursday. And then my last Saturday morning show, because I wanted to end on the Saturday morning show because it's my favorite thing, is on May 2nd.
Wow. Well, you've connected with the Twin Cities unbelievably. And you've been a part of people's lives for 33 years. You're a part of our family. Well done.
Thank you. That's so nice.
And now you guys are empty nesters. You and Dave.
We are.
What are you going to do? You guys just stare at each other and go, you're going to be here the whole time?
Ayahuasca, gambling. What are you going to get into?
It could be exciting. We actually could, because why not? We're doing everything in the same month. We're actually moving at the end of the week. We're moving just a little further west. I don't have to live within
California?
Yep,
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
I don't have to live within 4 miles of the station, which
Yeah.
kind of was the way it was with getting there all the time. We're moving. We love surfing. We go wake surfing all
wow.
the time, so we'll probably do a lot more surfing.
Nice.
Surfing makes you feel young, and we're not young anymore, so we're doing that. And some travel. I'm going to be in fact, I'm going to go to Milan and the Italian Riviera with defined destinations. I'm going to start doing those things.
Man, Michael.
I love it, Michael, because I haven't had a chance to do that kind of thing. I haven't traveled a lot in that way. So we're going to do those things. That one comes up in October. Excited about that trip. And then, visit my kids. I have a daughter at Ole Miss.
Wow.
Hottie toddy.
Awesome.
So we'll go to Ole Miss. And my son lives here. He went to Gustavus. He played baseball. So we'll
maybe play the initials game.
Hang out, maybe play the
Yeah, we'll have
initials
to have you
game at
back.
Maynard's.
There you go.
That's what I'd like to do. So no, I'm excited to kind of get to that next chapter and still talk about science and girls and STEM. Do some speeches, things like that.
Yeah.
We love you,
do
Bill.
all those things.
Sounds
as
like
well.
great stuff.
Yeah, we
well
love you.
done.
Thank
Yeah,
you for all
congrats
you've
on
done.
it.
It's
Yeah.
just what a career.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me announce it right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for
Your
sure.
show.
Yeah.
We'll have you
Appreciate
back too. Belinda Jensen.
Congratulations.
Incredible.
The absolute
Yeah,
best.
Unbelievable run.
Love you.
Thank you.
Belle, thanks for coming in. Anthony, really nice meeting you, man. We got to do this again.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Yeah, anytime, dude.
Some more guests come in. And it was
man.
great. Just getting the behind the scenes logistics. I loved it.
Yeah, we don't. This show's not professional. We just turn on the mic and start talking and see what happens. It's super fun. You're welcome back anytime, man. Good to meet you.
Thanks.
All right, Belinda Jensen, Anthony Harris. Thanks to Ben Lieber. Thanks to Michael J. Mussman III. We are back tomorrow, 5:30 to 9 to noon is next.